I don't know. Mine like really like
My
shocked
my
me.
my. I'll just say mine's an Ice Cube reference.
That kind of has to deal with
Turtles.
turtles a little bit, yeah.
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 Wait, is what I'm thinking even right? Is that even an Ice Cube reference? Hold on.
I
mean,
think so.
don't hold on.
Based on what I'm seeing.
You know what
I'm
yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
Probably.
All right.
I'm just checking the IMDb, but I'm like, yeah, right? That's him. I'm not thinking of Deep Blue Sea or something, even though that's Sam. That's LL Cool J. Yeah, Ice Cube.
First.
Dude, that's crazy.
Dude,
I was
welcome.
I was just about to text Sadu. That's crazy. All right.
He got the notification.
He got
Yeah.
his notification. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of him. The rest of my friends, not so much.
Sadu, you just got yourself another sheet of grip tape. You got quite the collection building up.
I like how Nick's just handing out grip tape now. That's amazing. You keep doing that, Nick. If you ever texted me and said, dude, you need to come down here and give some grip tape to somebody, I'll be there. I'll be there. All right. Hey, Jer, and you know what I remembered? Here we go. Welcome to tonight's this isn't even the right intro, but whatever. Episode of Over the Show. Tubi, Nick D, and live from New York City, Jarvis Jerry.
Beep boo, bapu.
And tonight we're getting right into it. Not immediately, but tonight we will be doing the Teenage Mutant Turtle Man across the Mayhem-Verse. So,
Hell yeah.
I do like that name. That's cool. That would be a cool crossover on its own right there, huh?
And I bet it's coming at some point. It seems like Turtles are crossing over with everybody now.
I didn't realize there's a on the list. I think we're going to try to do a tier list tonight at some point on Turtles, and I think that there's a Batman. It must have been straight to DVD, a Batman Turtles animated movie.
Yeah. It's based off that comic. I haven't read it or seen that thing, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is that on Max right now?
I don't know.
I'll check.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into our first topic. What do we got tonight, Jerry?
Jarvis Jerry, pull up the data.
Your solo viewing.
Ooh.
Yeah, and your
Solo sesh.
Oh, okay.
Said this one was the best.
Yeah, I can knock this one out in 0.2 seconds here. This movie, first off, I thought it was going to be more of a thriller than what it is. It's more of an action film. It reminds me a lot of a John Wick film.
Okay.
Only in John, both are hotels. You know how he goes to the hotel. Spoilers, John Wick. In
Continental? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. This, Jer, can you pull up the cast listing? I don't want to get these names wrong. Oh, Jodie Foster. There it is, right there. Jodie Foster plays a nurse, but she's more of like a doctor because Batista's more of her nurse. I don't know how the whole medical field works, but to me, she's more of a doctor. But they refer to her as the nurse. And the hotel is a place where they take care of like criminals. That's a weird image. They take care of criminals who have gotten injured or whatever. It takes place in 2028, which for the technology that they have in it, doesn't make that much sense with us being where we are today. We're only, a little over 4 years out. And they have you remember the robot arms from Crimes of the Future?
Yeah.
They have a similar machine as that, which is also kind of like Star Wars-esque. When you look back at like
a surgery machine.
Yeah. They kind of got one of those, right? And the only reason I bring this up is because the movie's only 2028, right? You think they would have pushed it out to like 2038, just to like add a little something to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Addy. 2/3 of the mark of the beast. You're totally right, too. 666. We're coming. We're coming, dude.
Welcome, Addy.
But yeah.
It's not streaming. You got to pay for that Turtles movie.
Okay. The cast is an all-star cast. You got Batista, Jodie Foster. You got Sterling K. Brown. He's been in some stuff that I like. You got Charlie Day, and you got Jeff Goldblum, and some other people that I recognize. I just like even the other chick in this, the other she's like another hitman or whatever. She looks familiar. I can't think of what she's from, but it just falls flat. I don't know what to say about it. It's like a bad John Wick film.
Who's like the star? Who's the John Wick of the movie?
Well, Jodie, it mainly follows Jodie Foster. No, Charlie Day is. I'll say this: Charlie Day is doing something different. He's like a gun smuggler or something of the sort, which is interesting to see him play a role of that nature.
That's awesome, yeah.
But it's really following the nurse and what she's up to. Her and Batista, kind of. And Batista, like I said, is her like assistant. But then Mr. Brown, the movie starts off with him and his brother gets shot. His brother is from that Brad Pitt movie with the train that just came out like last year.
Bullet Train.
Remember the two twin dudes, the white and the black guy, and they're twins?
Oh, yeah.
It's the black dude.
Those guys. It's the dude from Eternals. I was like, what's that one Marvel movie? Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
he's
the white
one
guy?
of the he's he's one of the Eternals. He's in the gay couple.
Oh, really?
With the daughter, and isn't that not him?
Paperboy. It's Paperboy.
It's Paperboy. It's Paperboy. Exactly from Atlanta.
I've never seen Atlanta.
He's great.
I should watch it.
I need to finish it. I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
It starts off with the two of them, and then they have to go to the hotel. And once they get into the hotel, you meet Jodie Foster, and then it really starts following Jodie Foster. Her and Batista, and stuff happens. I don't want to totally spoil it because I'll say this: it's a good. BK would hate me saying this. It's a good background flick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too long too, so that it's got that going for it.
Yeah, we do a lot of background flicks here, so that's the thing.
Which BK absolutely hates, but we do. I would give.
This is his only movie he's directed.
Oh well, there's probably a reason for that. Although he did the one shot with Marvel, that was a good one shot too. I like that one.
He wrote Iron Man 3 and Fast and the Furious Hobbs and Shaw.
Iron Man 3 is my least favorite Iron Man film, though. So.
And I wonder, is he the only one who wrote it, or there was a couple of people?
And Hobbs and Shaw also, I was not a fan of. So this guy isn't the best.
I remember liking it at the time, but then just you knew it never was going to go anywhere, so you just kind of forget about it. But I remember walking out of that movie being like, "That was dope. I like The Rock."
Yeah.
But it never,
maybe I
like,
need to rewatch it. I don't know.
I knew going out of that movie, it's like we'll never see that again. That's not coming back. Like it's kind of like the Blue Beetle. Even if it's awesome, it's like, well,
yeah. I just don't have much to even say about this movie because like it's interesting. It just felt like they dropped the ball on it. That's the best thing I can say. I'll give it a C plus, and that's that. And that's me being, I feel like, kind. Batista's cool in it. I did really enjoy. I mean, everyone's doing a good job. Jeff Goldblum's barely in it. But I did watch another Jeff Goldblum movie. We could just move on to that because I gave this a C. If you want an hour and a half, shoot 'em up, quote unquote thriller, which not much on the thriller side, more of an action film.
And
I'd say
thriller in the sense that it's a murder mystery. Like, what is the thriller element?
a little bit.
Okay.
There's like these diamonds. Jeff Goldblum is like he controls all of Los Angeles. He owns the cops.
Okay. So it's like an impossible fight. Like it's like they're up against impossible odds.
But he gets hurt and he has to come to the hotel. Dude, it's weird, bro. It's got it's kind of a cyberpunk-esque because it's 2028.
Yeah, it's in the future.
And while everything's going on inside the hotel, they're burning down LA because they've made water like they've corporate I don't know how you explain it. They made water where it's not available. Like you have to be wealthy to get water. It's just not coming out of hoses.
Yeah, like there's no more just free water. It's like all the water that's out there's
water's not free anyways. So that's weird. It's like I didn't really understand that part. It kind of lost me.
Privatized.
They privatized it. I guess that's the best way to say it. But I mean, you have to, because then they're like, oh, you have to be wealthy to get water. And they say that in the movie. And it's like, well, don't you? I mean, you already have to have money to get water as is. You don't just get water. It doesn't just come.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's weird.
So, so in this world though, you can't. Are they saying that like you can't go to a creek and fill up a bucket? Even are they even like?
They don't really explain it, Nick. There's riots in the streets of LA, and it's moving. Yeah. It's getting closer and closer to the hotel. And like they like kind of show it, and they're like Charlie's in one scene. Charlie's sitting on a couch and he's watching TV, and the news is all about that. So they keep kind of build that up, but like there's not like a giant payout on that storyline.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you think they'll make another one?
No.
Does it feel like they didn't like set it up as if this was going to be Netflix's Wick? You know,
they kind of do leave it off in a way where they could have done a sequel. But I highly doubt it. Right?
Yeah.
Because like Jared, scroll up. What do they give it on here?
6.
Yeah. Just with that amount of good actors, it's kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's move on. See you later, Hotel.
Yeah. Classic background movie. BK, put that on, do something else, buddy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Multitask.
Or just put us on and you can have us on in the background.
Don't forget to like and subscribe while you do it.
So this was a Nick D recommendation. Nick D said, you should check this out, Tubi. And a couple weeks ago on the show. And I put it in my HBO Max to watch list. And I think they're taking it off HBO Max. So if you want to check it out, definitely hit it soon.
I need to, yeah.
I'm just going to give it a rating off tops and then explain why. I think it's an A. I totally get the Cronenberg vibe now. And it even makes Crimes of the Future, Sadu's favorite film. No, I'm just saying, Jared, I get that movie now. Like the aesthetic and the vibe that he's going for in that clearly even comes from The Fly. Like the machines that he goes inside of, very similar to some of the machinery that's in Crimes of the Future. This is just an actually good movie. Like this is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 37 years old and it holds up.
Totally.
Another one that has like very similar vibes to Crimes of the Future that you may like just visually is a Videodrome.
I saw that.
Videodrome's weird, yeah.
I saw that on his IMDb. But if it comes to HBO Max or something, I'll check it out.
I could be wrong. That might even be my first Cronenberg movie. It's either that or The Fly. Just because, Jared, do you remember Claudine recommended it when we were like really little? The Videodrome. So like I almost think that was the first one I saw.
I saw Scanners. I think
Scanners, yeah.
I don't know if Addie's still in the chat, but we watched Scanners one night at the apartment. But I think I was pretty messed up, and I don't super remember all of it. I know it had some iconic scenes, but like when there's a lot of people at the apartment and you're trying to watch a movie, it was kind of mayhem.
And it's such a slow burn. Like it's like every time I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's like this whole like like naturally X-Men part where it's like they all meet and everything. I'm like, there's like whole scenes I forget when I rewatch it. It's crazy.
Yeah, but this movie, my eyes were on it the whole entire time. I definitely, I didn't look at my phone really. It really grabs you, even from the beginning. You're grabbed. The visuals by the end of it, the payout scenes towards the end are epic. My only complaint and the only thing I found odd in it, spoilers for a movie that's 30 plus years old, but when she goes to the abortion clinic at night with her ex-boyfriend, right? How the hell does Goldblum come into the room, take the body, but then when the ex-boyfriend goes to kill Goldblum, he's by him, like the police didn't come with him. The doctor who's the abortion doctor who's room just got destroyed by this giant fly. It didn't call the police. Like, okay, let's say that's the creepiest.
Yeah.
That's the creepiest scene.
Yeah.
No, two back, Jerry. Two back. Yeah, or yeah.
The
That
giant maggot.
from what I read online, that's why the actress didn't do the sequel. That
Gina Davis.
she was asked to come back for the sequel, and she said no. And it's on IMDb, I think. That's where I read that. This might be Goldblum's best role, better than Jurassic Park. He's phenomenal in it, dude. He's really good, and he's not like over Goldblum. You know, like he's kind of become a Nick Cage, where he's just eating up the scenery almost too much.
Yeah.
He's fantastic in this, especially once he becomes the Fly. He's like really still like doing something.
Scary and weird, and
Yeah, I mean, this is it grabbed me. The visuals, and you don't go to too many locations, and I think that's why the movie holds up over this long period of time. Because his apartment is super creepy looking, and you spend 80% of the movie, 75% of the film in his apartment. There's a couple scenes in the office building. Well, first starts off the party, then there's a couple scenes in an office building, and then the abortion clinic barely. But other than that, you're in the apartment with him as he's dealing with this whole crazy scenario.
Yeah.
Addie, I think we watched Scanners when McKean was in town one time. That probably doesn't help you remember it, but I think like BK slapped it on. McKean and BK were chit-chatting and they put it on. But it might have been one of those times, where there was like hella people in our apartment, like hella scooter homies. So, because McKean used the scene. You know the scene where the gun goes through the dude's hand? It turns into spikes and it goes through his hand. He used that in one of his scooter parts as like an abstract thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie, I give it an A. It's a fantastic storyline. It kind of makes me want to watch the 1950s version because this is a remake. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think about that. This is the remake of a 1955 or something like that film. This came out in 86.
Got it up on Max right now.
The remake?
Yeah, it's 58. Yeah,
58. Yeah. So very interesting. If you haven't seen it, technically I'd say this is a Nick D recommendation, but I recommend it now to anyone too.
Hell yeah.
And I need to watch more Cronenberg.
I'd even say, I don't even think it's Cronenberg, but I'd say watch The Fly too. It's by no means as good, but it's like, it is gross. It is gross.
He hated it.
Yeah, you can feel it's not the same caliber at all. It is way more just an 80s like.
I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
It definitely, I could tell that it didn't have the exact vibe. And they were trying, but they didn't hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
This film, though, minimal actors, too. You really only meet, like, 3 main characters, pretty much. A few people pop in here and there. There's, like, a bar scene. There's a couple scenes with some other characters. But really, it's, like, Goldblum, the chick that's doing the documentary on him, and then her ex-boyfriend, who's her boss at the newspaper or magazine. I think it's a magazine. Fantastic. I noticed all of that because I was like, dang, it's so simple. It's such a simple idea.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we go to the next one. I just give that an A. Definitely worth checking out.
It's like right up there with those other 80s. Like it's right up there with like The Thing. It's right up there with like Alien. Like it's like a genuinely great horror movie from the 80s. Like it's like they just don't make movies like this anymore.
So do we want to do these two together, or
what are we on?
Turtles and Spider-Man.
Should we?
Still.
Oh man, it's pretty early in the shows. Should we do video? You know what? I mean, we could do video of the week and then let the polls stay open for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's do video of the week, because then when we do our tier list at the end, which we're going to do a Ninja's tier list at the end of the episode, then maybe I could do ask the chat for the tier list as well, so we open that back up.
You know, it'd be cool if there was a turtle. Yeah, that sounds great. And while you're setting that up, I'm gonna pose this. You know, it'd be really cool if there was a Turtles tier list that had each turtle from each movie. It's like, all right, so Raphael from the first Turtles movie is very clearly S tier. And then it's like, okay, but maybe that Leo is like A tier. And then, each of the movies, that would be cool. I doubt someone did that. That seems so tedious.
When I was looking at the tier list, I didn't see that, Nick, but we could.
Yeah.
We could
That'd be a cool one to make. If someone in the chat wants to make that, you'll get a free sheet of grit tape.
But neither of you guys watched anything solo. Like,
I watched one thing that I can mention right now that I was telling Jer about. I watched an interview on the Sean Ryan podcast. Shout out to Sean Ryan. Of the dude who owns Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like this creepy, spooky ranch where all this like UFO stuff happens. And it's just an interview with.
What do they call those things? It's like Bigfoot and stuff. What they call? There's a term.
Oh yeah,
for
like
it.
cryptids.
Cryptids or something. Yeah. That's where they supposedly a lot of those pop up on Skid Ranch.
Exactly. And like watched an interview with him. Really interesting. Kind of disturbing. Like it definitely is like because the guy doesn't seem crazy. Like when he's telling the stories and everything, he's like, I get it. This sounds wild, but I'm telling you what we saw. Like, whoa. So yeah, I watched that.
I've watched some stuff on that. Oh yeah, Jerry, talk about this.
Yeah, I watched this like 2 weeks ago or something. Like if you grew up watching Nickelodeon at like any point, you should check this out just because like they run through from like how it started and like puppets and educating kids, and then like this woman became the head of Nickelodeon, was super tight, and was like, yeah, kind of, do whatever and let them do whatever they wanted. And that's how you get like Ren and Stimpy, that she was just kind of like, if it's funny, that's fine. Like, I don't really care. That all I really want are funny shows. And so just kind of like how like Clarissa explains it all.
Great show.
Are you Afraid of the Dark, Ren and Stimpy, and then like this Ferris wheel show. I don't know. I don't remember what the fourth one was called, but those were
Roundhouse?
the very first, like.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Roundhouse. Yeah, those were the first original shows they made, and it was like in maybe 91. So it's like it makes sense that you would be watching that at like 6, and then I happened to see it at 4, where it's just like, damn. I didn't realize we were that young.
What was the
when it came out?
I'm gonna watch this for
Jerry,
sure.
One does because I wonder if they went into this. What's the show where the kids blow stuff up at the abandoned mall? They don't blow stuff. They do different stuff at the abandoned malls.
Bro, I can like see it. Like I'm like, oh, I know what you're.
I remember that
like,
being an early show. Not the game. There was also the game show with Mark Summers. But there was
and then
there was a different show.
The arcade one too.
Yeah, Nick Arcade.
Yeah, Nick Arcade.
Yeah.
Nick Arcade.
The only thing I can think
Ghosts
of
and
is
Goblins.
maybe,
I always think of that.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that on television. Maybe?
Is that what it was? And they were always at like what seemed like an abandoned mall, and they would like race monster
90s. Trucks
through the abandoned mall, or like different weird.
I don't know. They didn't like specifically talk
every
about
show
that.
Yeah.
They they touched on the big ones, like Rugrats, and
I just think of that show all the time.
Is it called Today's Special?
I don't
know. The show that Johnny was talking about. Never mind. I don't think it's right.
I'm sorry to interrupt. That was on my mind. I had to get it out.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
It's I think it's like 90 minutes or something.
It's on Hulu.
100 minutes. I think so. Yeah, Hulu. So yeah, it was just cool. It was just crazy.
Oh, the big nose.
Just like, whoa, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they run through all of like the promo stuff.
That's so sick. Alex Mack.
Yeah, that was like the only other thing I watched that was like worth mentioning.
It's crazy because Nickelodeon, like, just seeing the outside of the building, that they used to play that all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy because it's like it's gone.
Yeah, like your shorts. Yeah, because it used to be. Was it associated with Marine World? Where was it that we used to go? And there was like that Nickelodeon water park. Was that Great America?
I think it was. No, I think Universal.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was Universal Studios. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. That's what it was. It was a thing where they were like.
Yeah.
let's partner with Universal so that way they have access to our characters, but then we have access to all their like studios and can actually start doing these live action shows. So
That makes sense.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I think Nickelodeon, like a lot of different things from the 90s going into the 2000s, they kind of dropped the ball. We'll go up here. They have the 90s versus now. Yeah, that's interesting. They kind of dropped the ball on getting ready for the internet. And when they should have been making a YouTube channel and doing all this different stuff to prolong the longevity of their creations, they just, they didn't think about it. They thought TV was going to last forever, and obviously it did not.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Like, look how cool that building. If that was still there, man, it's a bummer. I would have loved to have gone to that in person.
Get a picture in front of it. That'd be so sick.
They said it was cool, but it's just like hours long lines. But they said it, it was like you go through and you would see them filming like all that and other shows, and yeah, it would have been cool. That was like a childhood
Keenan and Kel, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and my sister, especially in the summer, Stick Stickly.
Yeah, Stick Stickly.
When he'd spin the wheel and you'd be like yelling, like, land on this, land on that.
Is there
I don't
a
know if anyone remembers that. But
we should see if there's I totally remember that. We should see if there's a 90s Nickelodeon tier list.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll do that. Yeah. This seems like something Addie, I don't know if Addie, if you're still here, this seems like something you'd be into.
It was cool. It was definitely nostalgia for me, hitting hard. Yeah. All right. Should we get into videos of the week?
Let's do it.
Yeah, this was mine.
I'm just gonna say this off top, so let me switch back. I'll look for that in a minute, Nick D. No rush. I hate this kid, Jerry. I'm so surprised you put this in here.
I've never seen.
I see this kid all the time on Instagram. Oh wow, Theo Vaughn commented on it.
So it's the
epitome of what's wrong with the internet. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll just play it. I love some of the things he vocally does. This is the only video I've seen of his.
He's funny, don't get me wrong, but we need sound, Jer, for sure.
Can you hear? Yeah.
No sound. That's all he does, Nick D, is he tries on different outfits and then he says weird stuff. Usually something the same, and then he just like stunts on you with his outfit.
Can you hear it now?
Okay.
No.
Cannot, no.
Still can't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I see why. I found the problem. All right.
Ooh.
Can you hear now?
This is what it looked like if I walk up on your girl right now.
So...
Yo, you trying to do something or what? Yo, what up, guys?
Jared.
The drip today, the drip nuts.
Hold on.
Gee whiz. Gee willikers, Batman. Is that drip? Ooh. Ooh. This is what it looked like if I walk up on your girl right now.
I'm for it. He's got my vote.
Yo.
But let me say this.
You trying to do something or what?
It was funny the first time I saw it, but Jared, go to his page. Go to his page.
Yeah.
Let me show you why. I just like this is so like the dumbest stuff becomes popular. Click on any of them. Click on any of them.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it's the same thing.
Me today, actually unreal in my Snoop Dogg Skechers. Look at him. The drip today is actually
Although
unreal.
that Skate 3 mat is really cool.
You guys will never be this
That is
swag.
dope.
I mean, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny
Hit my jig real
He's
quick.
just a
The
swag
Gene
kid.
Willikers, Batman.
He's just a swag kid. He spends all of his money at Supreme. I mean, he's not wearing Supreme, but that's the vibe.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about these kind of viral things is that it's always the first, no matter what it is, you can pick any one of these, but if you pick whatever your first one is, you're like, all right, that's kind of funny. And then everyone after is done. Like, it's played out. But yeah, so
Because he doesn't switch it up enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you literally, even though he's going to make hundreds, there's really only one.
But they do numbers, dude. He gets numbers.
I
And that's
believe it.
1.8.
I believe it. I believe it.
I probably saw that same one, Jared, that you saw, but it probably wasn't the first time I'd seen him. But I've clicked on him, and because I was like, this kid is pretty funny. But I also was like, is this a kid or is this like what's his name?
Milanakis?
Yeah, Milanakis, where it's like this dude's like he's like our age or something, you know? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, but yeah,
He's definitely got the drip of a dude our age, crushing it. Kind of game.
G. Willikers in the
Yeah.
ooh, those were great.
He's talented, but it just all right.
It's like you said, it's the same thing with it's even less than Taco Bell. Taco Bell will at least switch up the ingredients in a nice, fun way. It seems like this guy's a little bit just like a little closer to Chick-fil-A in a way. It's like, this is what I'm giving you. Take it or leave it.
There's also a grandpa. There's like an old Swedish grandpa whose grandson dresses him up in like swaggy clothes. He doesn't talk or make funny noises. They just dress him up and he does a little like stunting on you kind of like vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like this like 70, 80-year-old grandpa. And it's very similar to that.
Is it doing numbers? Like,
it does big numbers.
Like,
so much so that he gets free clothes sent to him from like high-end fashion brands and stuff.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'll try to find it and put it in for next week or something. Not as my pick, but just to show you guys.
Yeah, just as an example. Very weird.
I don't know what that is. But, I mean, it's cucumber.
I wonder, is that a beauty tip, or do you think this is like a costume thing? Like, it's like, I don't know.
So everything says food here, like food blog. Nothing is saying like rejuvenate.
Yeah.
No, it's so
I love
weird.
And it's like a giant pencil sharper.
The whole thing is like surreal. Like,
to where,
and it looks awesome. Like, if you were to pause right there, that looks awesome.
And it's like, so they're advertising this thing, right? The pencil sharpener.
I guess, yeah. I just don't get why she's putting it on her face. When she puts the last
like a mask.
on. Yeah.
It looks so
like
deliberate.
Thing. I don't know. But yeah,
love it.
It's and the
another
song
great
is great,
video.
and it just looks cool.
Yeah.
I could watch that.
Don't exit them, Jerry. Only so that we maybe can watch them again later in the show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One last time.
And like, as you can see, mine's 40 seconds. Like, jump like 5-10 seconds. Like, there's a lot of half stepping.
Very hydrating, guys.
So.
Come on, is what Paige said. Cucumber.
Oh, nice, awesome. Thank you.
Is
for
the best
info,
for
Paige.
you. Cucumber is the best for you to put on your face. Like, what do you mean, Paige? Give further deets on that. Don't
well, like they do the cucumbers on the eyes.
I do know. I have seen that.
Okay.
That is kind of cool to pause it right there.
Sadu, I want you to test that for us. Get back to us.
Hell yeah.
I'm spooked by this, Nick. I don't like what you said.
Yeah. I like, as of right now, I don't even see it. Now I do. Actually, now I see it. She's right there.
No. Maybe.
Right in front of the stick. That's what's scary about it. That's right in front of the. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't see. I was looking to.
And then there it is. You can see it like pull back, and it's like, wow. So yeah, right in front of the stick. Like, and what's crazy, it's like invisible. You still don't see it,
dude. That's massive.
Yeah. I don't know if it says where it is.
Can we time? Oh.
So yeah, like 30-ish. Yeah. And so yeah, go back a little bit more. Now that you know where it is, watch how when it's underwater, like it's like your eye just doesn't like, it's there the whole time. And I don't even read that as a snake.
Yeah, I kept looking over here and back here because that just looks like leaves.
Exactly. It just looks like a part of the...
Wow. Like, imagine stepping on that.
Yeah.
I mean, that head's got to be as big as my fist, right? Or bigger.
Yeah, I imagine.
Why would you poke it with a stick?
Yeah, it very clearly didn't like it.
It had to be double the length of that stick. That's its mouth. He's poking it in the mouth. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And then get a shot of it like
Wait, Jared.
Yeah.
Play it from the beginning. We got 40 seconds. Play it from the beginning.
Yeah. Nice one.
Because I just want to see like. What is this dude? So he clearly knows what it is, right? He knows.
Yeah. He's already scoped it. He knows it's there. Yeah. Oh
It even slowly comes up the dirt. Like he had.
Yeah.
What an
Yeah.
idiot! What an idiot!
He's he's thinking about filming and running and poking, and like he hesitates for a second. It's like, bro, you got lucky. That thing could have got you.
All right, so here we go. We got 3 choices for the week. We got Waxin 22, Women with Food on Her Face, and Anaconda. I think that they spelled Anaconda wrong, but I went with their spelling. Is there a D?
Oh yeah, I didn't even. Dude, good eye. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, I don't
spell
think,
it.
yeah.
No, I don't want to take credit. I'm not a spelling bee. The computer.
No.
I still spelt it the way they did.
Hell yeah.
I just mimicked what the video said, but.
Anaconda.
Okay, so yes, it is. It has much water and it soaks into your skin. From Paige.
That's legit.
So there you go, Paige with some info.
Love it.
And Nick D, you're
the pencil sharpener.
You're in the big lead right now.
It's scary. It's like it's definitely an eye grabber.
Yeah, Paige.
It was almost a leg grabber for that guy.
Paige, if you want to try that, I'll get you that for Christmas. How about that? We'll get you. Then we'll get a video of you. I'll look into it, and then we'll have Paige test this out for us because Sadhu didn't comment back. He clearly doesn't want to try.
But
it.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
Sadhu's pretty smooth looking skin anyway.
I know, but
Hydrated.
I'd
Exactly,
love
that's
just to
true.
get the video of Sadhu doing this.
That'd be great.
I would watch
And
it. Same
if we're
song.
being real, like it's like to do it for the face mask, cool. But it's like that also be. I bet that's good to like throw that in a salad. Do some cucumber like that. Switch it up.
All right, Paige. Well,
Not
then,
bad.
if you want to do it this weekend, you gotta find that.
I bet it's like $2 on Amazon. I'm gonna look right now.
I
Cucumber
can't
pencil
vote for
sharpener.
the Waxen dude. He's a T. I'm hoping you're going with
Cucumber
tight.
pencil. yeah.
He's tight. So, dude, I don't know. Tomato, whatever. We could totally shave a cucumber and do it.
They're literally
maybe.
$1 on AliExpress.
But Paige, we need it to be the long pieces. We need the long pieces.
$8 on
the
Amazon
cucumbers
for
out
the
here.
exact one in the video. It's $8.
Well, there you go. It's $8 on Amazon, Paige.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Maybe we'll make our own little video. I'll just mimic the song.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he meant to say lame. Okay, Sadhu's not feeling waxing. That's because Sadhu was that guy. He just didn't make videos.
yeah.
Dude, Sadhu,
But known for his drip.
Sadhu, you should totally make your own version of that and post it on your Instagram. I would be. You should do both. Sadhu, you need to do both. You need to do the cucumber, and we want to see you do Sadhu's son 22.
And dude, if you find yourself next to an anaconda, like I don't know, if there's a stick handy, see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, knock out all 3. Yeah, like
Sadhu, we need you to do
be
all 3 of those
very careful.
videos.
But be very careful.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to recommend that actually. Sadhu, don't do the anaconda.
Like only if you feel like going for the hat trick. But we're not asking that. We're not asking.
But those are our 3 videos of the week. We got 3 votes, 5 people watching. We need 2 other voters. Get in there, whoever you may be.
Yeah.
And right now, it's between Jerry's losing again.
Yeah.
It's all right,
Our
Jerry.
videos start strong, but very forgettable.
I just look for the weirdest thing possible. I'm really just going for like this week. I saw that, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my video of the week.
Hell yeah.
It's so it just. Now that Paige is saying that, like, I didn't think of the cucumbers on the eye, like you pointed out, Jerry, and Paige pointing out how good cucumbers.
I didn't make that. I was thinking cosplay or something. Like, yeah.
I was thinking cosplay.
I really thought she was going to turn herself into the Stranger Things monster. I really did. Like,
I was thinking cosplay too, but when she took
Yeah.
out the pencil shaver, I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. Seriously.
Sadu said it's going to be a busy week for him. It is, Sadu.
Yeah.
We need all of that this weekend. I'm a thirsty boy
I'm
tonight.
excited for the results.
All right. So I guess let's jump into our main subject here tonight. I don't want to say they're versing each other, but I think they are the two biggest animated films of the year. We got, I don't know which one you want to do first, Jerry. Oh, you got them next to each other. Okay. So, I mean, let's just...
Yeah, I figured. I don't know.
Let's just go around and what if we rate both of them and then we talk about both? Let's just do it together.
Yeah. I think that's great.
So, Nicholas,
Yeah.
you watched both of these movies today.
Yeah.
So why don't you go first?
I think they're both like really good movies, really great movies. Like I think I think they're both A pluses. Like the Turtles movie is a lot more like fun and like just it's was it 90 minutes? Like you're kind of like in and out. It never drags. Across the Spider-Verse, I'd also give it an A plus. I really liked it. Really cool moments in it. A lot of really cool styles. I feel like one thing like that, and I don't even mean it as like a criticism. I almost do just kind of feel like if this movie, like I think it would have been really cool, just like thematically, like across the Spider-Verse, if we spent more time with other like Spider-Man. That it's like keep all of this movie's story the same, but actually make it about like either Gwen and her dealing with trying to like I've got to turn on my friend. Like Miles is a liability, and like her, it's a Gwen movie about like her having to like betray Miles, or it's the exact same movie, but now it's from Miguel's point of view, like 2099, where he's like, I've got to hunt down this kid because he's a liability. So it's still a Miles story. I get that Miles is the guy of this series, but I almost think it should be like the first one's Miles. This one is like Gwen or Miguel, and then the third one is like either Miguel or Gwen. You know what I mean? Like, the Spider-Verse shouldn't just be Miles, in my opinion. And I actually think I would have rated it like an S if this was a Gwen or 2099 movie. But I thought it was great. Loved it. A lot of cool styles, a lot of cool Spider-Man. Loved it. I liked I got to say, I liked the ending. We see a lot of these movies that are the second movie in a trilogy, and it kind of is just like a nothing thing. But like I will say, when that dude walked up and the mask came off, did you guys expect that? I literally had no idea was walking up to him, and I was like, oh shit, like I wasn't ready for that. Like,
Yeah, I knew.
you guys put it together.
The minute that
the second, the second it was like, oh, who's that up there? It's like,
And the minute Prowler wasn't the bad guy, and he said like it's not me or whatever.
Yeah. Because I just assumed that like. I don't know. I bet there was no Miles in that universe. Like he was dead or like I don't know. Like you know what it was too. It's like I was like talking to you guys for like literally the last like 20 minutes of the movie. So maybe it just didn't. I wasn't paying enough attention. And he totally is. I don't want to say anything, but that's a Killmonger reference for sure. Like I feel like that, like a parallel, not a reference, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
kind of. Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah,
I will agree with you on that, Nick, for sure.
Yeah.
I just want to say something to Sadu real fast. When I said that, Sadu, I did mess up. You are correct that Super Mario was the biggest grossing kids film or whatever. But I wouldn't compare that to these two because these two are more cartoon or like actual animations, where the other one is digital. It's more in the Pixar realm. I mean, they would all three would be in the same. I mean, they'll probably all three will be in the category for Oscars this year. But in my opinion, I would compare these two films stylistically next to each other. If we put Mario, Jerry, don't do this, but I'm saying if Jerry were to pull up the Mario image and have a third image up, it drastically looks different. It's not similar at all.
Is that available to stream yet? I still got to see that. To be honest, I forgot about the Mario movie.
Maybe sometime this month.
I think looks like it's going.
I think it's on Peacock.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to watch that for next week.
Jared and Nick, what's your vibe? You guys are big cartoon people like myself. Would you agree with me? Or
I agree with you, but again, I also got to say I haven't seen Mario, so I have no idea what it is.
But I'm not even saying that you got to see it, Nick, for the storyline. I'm just saying visually how it looks. or style.
Yeah,
The
like
style.
and also just even I feel like vibe where this movie, like it feels like these two movies are aimed a little bit older. Like I from what I again didn't see the Mario movie, it feels like the Mario movie is a Pixar movie in the sense that it's like 10 and under. Is what I assume. I don't know how true that is. Again, just I didn't see it. Like, yeah.
I think the Turtle
Obviously,
movie.
there's references for people who go back to the '80s. I completely get that.
Yeah, I think the Turtle movie still is a younger audience than the Spider-Man. I think it'd go
Yeah.
like Mario,
Yeah.
Turtles, then
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
gets pretty dark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, Spot was so sick in this movie.
He was good.
Like such a great villain, and also like not villain but antagonist. Dude, 2099, like Miguel Herrera or whatever. Even though he's a good guy, he's a great bad guy in this movie. Like, yeah, like I almost, like I said, I wish it was his movie. I wish it was his movie.
It will be interesting to see where he goes in the third one, where Miguel goes, and how they write it all together. So you gave
Spider
that.
Punks.
You gave it A. What'd you give?
I give them both. I give them both A+.
Both an A? Okay.
Both A. Yeah, because I feel like I don't even really know what either of them would need to be S's. Oh, dude, I forget his name. Pivotar. The Moon Eye Hatton Spider-Man. He, dude, I loved him. He was like one of my favorite Spider-Man in this movie.
Yeah, it was interesting, and like his whole city.
Spot's so sick.
His
city looked amazing. How 3D it is. Like it's like they never even hit ground level. Like I thought that was so sick.
Yeah, it was interesting. All right, so Nick D's going AA.
Yeah.
Jerry, break some hearts.
I would probably give like Spider-Man like A+.
Hell yeah.
And then just a quick to it, I would give Turtles an S.
Hell yeah.
Like I love Turtles, and it's like from growing up with the 90s and watching those and then seeing this, like this is what I've wanted. And like this is a fun movie. It's great. Like it hit what Turtles has been in my mind, and it's not Michael Bay's vision. And so like this was just like, dude, this is what I wanted. So it was fantastic, and like it was super funny. I like what they did with the Turtles. I like the personalities they have. I like how they still make fun of Leo for being a nerd and a leader, or
being nerdy about being the leader. But yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene where they're just like, oh, how far? I like can't understand you. It's muffled by Splinter's cheeks and stuff. Like
cheese.
The humor was great.
All that cheese
they said cheese.
It's cheese. Yeah. They're like,
oh, I heard cheeks as well, which is actually kind of a vulgar joke for a kids movie. That makes sense that it's cheese.
Yeah, they're like, I wonder what, or you're up his butt. It must smell like Doritos and cheese.
Yeah,
and that's what they say.
I heard cheeks for the second one. Yeah,
me and Nick literally saw this movie this afternoon, so it's very fresh in my mind.
Yeah, we're coming in hot.
So yeah, I definitely like Turtles hit something, but I will say I think then like stylistically I really do like the like multimedia look of Spider-Man. That I will say like that was super cool, and like I really enjoyed that. Probably more than Turtles. Like I like Turtles look, but I do like what they do in Into the Spider-Verse. But yeah, I still think this is A+. I didn't realize there was another part coming after. So like getting towards the end, I was like, what's happening? Is there going to be another hour? And then I was like, oh, okay. This is still going. And yeah, I like all the characters that were introduced.
Yeah.
All the other Spider-Men and like the Spider World or whatever they call
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. The punk dude was cool. Yeah.
Dude, yes. Spider-Punk was like one of the best.
Just like again,
have it be his movie. Have everything been his perspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I loved how like they really leaned into that. Like each Spider-Man will have like a different medium in the same scene. It's not that the scene changes. It's like they're different. I really liked that.
And I do love this Spider-Man, but I love the way they used him and made him like melodramatic and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So funny.
It was just great that he was there. Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of Miguel.
Yeah.
Because there was a show at one point, Spider-Man 2099.
$29.99. Yeah,
I like that.
I
show.
love his suit. Like he's got such like a distinct Spider-Man suit compared to all of the other Spider-Men. Blue and like his blue and red, and it glows. And yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
He's like, he's like crazy in this one. He gets all vampiric.
Back to the Ninjas, Jerry. I got a question for you. Did it hit heavier now living in New York? And there's a ton. Like, they really play up being New Yorkers. I think more in this Ninja Turtles than they ever have in any other Ninja Turtles. They really hit that, like, these kids are from New York.
The landmarks and the lingo.
The lingo, especially.
Soundtrack.
When they were talking about ordering the bacon, egg, and cheese, like there were people next to us talking about like, oh, you got to say it as one word. It's just bacon, egg, and cheese. It's not like bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, like, and you know, they talking about the Tims and stuff. So like,
I'm outside. I'm outside.
Yeah, you know, just like that, and it was like, oh, where are they? And then they do the whole movie outside and stuff. Sewers, those look the same in the time I spent in the sewers.
Yeah. That scene cool, right there, real quick. That's where they make the Stewie. Your head looks like Stewie and Hey Arnold had a baby. Yeah. I like that. There's a lot of like cool '90s references.
Yeah. Because it's funny that it's like I feel like most kids who probably go see this turtle movie, I bet they know who Stewie is, but I don't think they know who Hey Arnold is. Like that.
I would have guessed the other way around. Like maybe they watch Hey Arnold reruns, but you got to be kind of a little bit older to watch Family Guy, right?
I mean, I feel like at least Family Guy is on Sundays. Like, where would you even watch Hey Arnold?
I figured there's reruns somewhere, like on some kind of.
Does Nickelodeon have a streaming thing? Like, where does Nickelodeon streams go?
They're part of Paramount or Netflix. Netflix, and I think there was a Hey Arnold movie not that long ago.
Oh wow. Oh, hold on one sec, Sasha. I gotta open the door.
Yeah. What was your rating? Then we can dive further in.
Let me just see this real quick. Hey Arnold streaming services: Paramount Plus, Hulu. It's at a lot of places. It says the Amazon channel. I don't know which one's free, but it's on a bunch of different streamers. Yeah, there was a movie. There was a Netflix movie not that long ago. So.
Did they like grow up or something? Was it like modern day Hey Arnold?
I don't know. No idea there, Nick. I'll go look into that in a second. I'm gonna go S for Ninjas. I saw it twice, and the second time I think it sealed the deal for me for S. My more controversial comment is gonna be a B for Spider-Man, and this goes into something Sadu always says. Too long for a kids film, for a cartoon. A little too long.
Hours.
It did start to feel that way towards the end of like they haven't really started wrapping this up yet, and it started to feel a little long.
It felt long to me, and I don't know. Like I know you guys watched it at home, and I've seen online. I haven't watched the YouTube video. There's a YouTube comparison video. They changed some of the visuals, and I think they calmed it down from what it looked like in theaters. Some of the times, and me and BK were sitting pretty up front, some classic BK seats. So we're in that movie, and some of it just felt overwhelming visually. And we sat in the same BK style seats the first time we saw Ninjas, and I didn't feel that same way. Something about the Ninja Turtles and how it's drawn kind of basic, it works for the Ninja Turtles being these high school kids. Which they also really, they're actual teenagers in this. There's a lot of, like, in my opinion, awesome positives for this Ninja Turtles, things that we haven't really seen in other Ninja Turtles stuff.
Yeah.
One of which, Jared, can you go back to that original poster? Because I just noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. And this movie will be triple S tier if I could find out one thing. I don't think we'll be able to see it. But am I mistaken? Addie, I hope you're still here. Is that my boy Donatello riding an actual scooter, a legit scooter? And is he, in fact, rocking possibly the greatest grip tape company in all of scootering?
I'd assume so.
I think we're going to go ahead and say Donatello rocks Hella Grip. So
do they
this movie
ever
is
actually
triple S tier.
Hell yeah. But did they ever actually skate in this movie?
No.
I don't remember.
Paul Rudd's
Okay.
character does.
Yeah. Okay.
And he does like kickflip over the gap, and then he nose grinds this thing. Like he does actual tricks, so they must have done some research. Like it wasn't the thing I enjoyed about that too. To nerd out, he doesn't do like wild tricks. Like some cartoons when they show skateboarding, like Bart Simpson, when he skates, he does wild stuff that's non-realistic.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Or they and you'd think they'd lean into like the ninja-ness of this. But yeah, the gecko, he's a gecko, right? He just does like normal
nose grinds this thing. He passes off the little thing at the to another character. Dude, every guest star too in this movie did a fantastic job. You know, you have the original cast of playing the Ninja Turtles, who are a bunch of kids. They do a fantastic job. But
Rose Byrne, wow.
Jackie Chan
I didn't realize that was her.
Kills it. Ice Cube is phenomenal. Might be one of Ice Cube's, and I'm going to say something right crazy right now, folks. Might be one of Ice Cube's best roles ever. That's right. I'm going to go out on a limb here.
And I do think he is the star of this movie. Like he's
fantastic.
He's the best character in the movie, not taking away from anyone else. The Turtles are great. Jackie Chan is amazing in this. But Ice Cube steals the show.
I'm the king of New York.
Steals the show. Yeah. He's funny. Like, oh, dude.
The Godzilla jokes. Dude, there's so many. When they pull up and Rocksteady and Bebop get out and they're playing the boombox. And I don't know what rap song that is. But, bro, and then Superfly gets out and does his little, like, dance move. Yeah. Dude, there's just so much fantastic stuff in that Ninja Turtles film. And I was telling Nick, you're right, Jerry. It brings us back to the 90s cartoon, or late 80s, early 90s cartoon that we grew up with. And it's awesome because it brings you back to those characters, those other mutants and everything else without involving Shredder. But it also is a whole new take on everything.
Yes.
You know, it references all that stuff, but it's a complete new look at all of that different stuff. And I feel like if you walked out, some little bit of spoilers here, Addy, if you're still here. If you were to walk out right when the credits hit, you're like, oh, that was an awesome movie. You don't need to see the little mid-credit scene. There's a mid-credit, not an after-credit, a mid-credit.
Yeah.
Versus Into the Spider-Verse, it completely is a middle movie. It feels like a middle movie. And I'm kind of personally getting sick of that, especially this year. We've had so many movies from Fast and Furious to Mission Impossible. They've all been this cliffhanger movie. And I think, you know, I'm still giving Spider-Man a B because I did really, really enjoy it. But I think the first Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, was so new and fresh that I really, really liked it. And for me personally, this just didn't live up to that hype. It's still a great film. It just didn't wow me the same way the first one did. Because you'd seen it all.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen all the visuals for the most part. Where with Ninja Turtles, man, I mean, dude, I like, and I have to say, before I was a Star Wars fan, before I was a Kevin Smith fan, my original fandom was Turtles. I was huge into Turtles as a kid. You know, my early years were all Turtle birthday parties, bed sheets, everything, Turtles. So this really, like, I mean, I rewatched that Megan Fox one, and you want to talk about a hot garbage film. That might be one of the worst films ever made, and it does the Turtles dirty. So it's so cool to finally have the Turtles back, and just, God bless Seth Rogen. You did a fantastic job. You did God's work, and we really appreciated it. Kevin Nash is Shredder?
Wait, what?
That's there must have been a scene that they cut, because it's like that doesn't even make sense. He doesn't say anything. So there for sure was a scene they cut then. That's what that means.
I don't know. I mean, clearly, you know, they're going to do a sequel if all goes accordingly. I'd love to see the box office numbers on this, Jerry.
Actually, yeah, and can you just Google that, Jerry? Like, has it been confirmed? Like, maybe it is. Like,
No.
oh yeah, they will do it, but
No, because the writer's strike. Nothing like that's being confirmed right now, I think, Nick D. I don't think they can, because they can't sign anybody or nothing.
Yeah.
So it could be rumored, I think, but I don't think they can officially say. I don't know. I wish Beeks was here for that because he'd have the knowledge on that. Like, it's not even fair to compare these two movies. They're both fantastic. But man, I love this turtle film. It made me want to go back and rewatch the original cartoon because I don't super remember it because I was so young watching it, and I've never gone back to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Worldwide, 96 mil.
Wow, 96 mil.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. That's some good numbers. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it.
So yeah, seems well. I guess it just says he was originally. Just want to trying to see. Yeah, nothing. Anything about like Kevin Nash, at least that I'm seeing.
Spider-Verse. I need to rewatch it because I saw it at theaters opening night or whatever. And I did really like it. I came out of the theaters hyped. I just remember also being like, man, that was long.
Yeah.
Man, towards the end, like Jer said, at the towards the I didn't remember, Jer, that it was going to be a sequel either. I forgot that it was going to be a mid movie, and I think I knew that, but I had forgotten. And man,
that was a really cool vulture.
Yeah, the vulture was that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards the end there, though, I was with you, Jer, where I was like, they're not wrapping any of this up. Is this going to go? How much longer is this going on? Jeez, McGee's. This is starting to drag a little bit. That scene right there where he's climbing up the train that's going vertical, crazy scene. Crazy scene, man.
Yeah. I actually feel like, I could see a cut of this movie that ends when he jumps off the train. Instead of like the whole thing with Prowler at the end and he's walking around Earth 42, just cut it there and open movie 3 with him being tied to the punching bag and his uncle is like, I'm not hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because again, that moment of, I'm going to do my own thing. And then he's like, bye, Gwen. Credits. You know what I mean? That could have been sick. That could have been it's a middle movie. It's 2, but it's a little bit more like, Miles chose the ending rather than is put in a situation where the Prowler's choosing the ending. Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it made something, maybe even one more extra little tag.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, because then you really are, you're shaving off like 25 minutes if you cut it from that upward train ride. Yeah.
Real quick, it just dawned on me with the images Jared has on the screen. They're both New York.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you feel it way more in Turtles.
I think so.
It way more. You felt it more into the first. I feel like the first Spider-Verse movie, very New York. But this one, you're in the Spider Place.
You're in the Spider Place, yeah.
Mumbai. I don't know how to. I know it's Mumbai and Manhattan mixed, but I forget like how they pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mumbatten. I think it's Mumbatten. Is actually what it is. Yeah.
I just, man, I part of me wants another live action Turtles, but we're never gonna get what we had with Jim Henson. So knowing that, it's like, don't even do it.
Yeah.
Don't do the digital thing. It doesn't work. You're not gonna spend the money on the suits. Oh, now that Jerry has that on the screen, that cameo caught me off guard. I couldn't believe that they actually got Danny Glover to do it. And me and BK discussed, is he from
Homecomings?
Tom Holland's? And BK was like, no. And I think BK actually is correct that he is not. And the reason he's not is that the suit he's wearing isn't the same as what it would be. I read some dumb stuff online that was like, that's not the suit he would wear if he was from Tom Holland's universe, because that logo is from a different, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
If you want to nerd out, you can. The information's out there. You can find it. But I guess he's not actually that version. He's a different one.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So
based on like that Earth or whatever.
Yeah, based off whatever Earth and whatever suit he's wearing. It's not the Tom Holland one, even though we saw him in the first Spider-Man Tom Holland film playing that same role. Super cool that he came back to do that. That was the one scene in that caught me off guard, that I was like, whoa, That's really crazy. It's interesting because they also do something similar in Spider-Man when they play. Oh my God, what movie do they go and see at the park?
Oh,
Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller. It's just interesting how they both take real film and incorporate it into these cartoon films. I really, I like that. I really like that. It looks so cool and it's out of place.
And like the cardboard cutouts. Like, I'm Chris Pine.
Yeah.
I'm the best, Chris.
Yeah. So is BK in the chat? I can't see the chat.
No, he's not.
No.
If he is, he hasn't said anything.
Do you think BK did he have an opinion on, do we think that is the actual Venom-verse then? The Sony-verse when Spot pokes his head out and he's talking to the bodega?
I have seen that that is.
No, so that actually...
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
that's
seen
cool.
something online saying that confirming because they're both Sony movies. So Sony
and
wanted
it's like we
to do
saw
that.
Garfield and we saw... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, they showed Toby too, and they showed Tom Holland.
Yeah. They hone in on Garfield the most, but yeah, all are represented. Yeah. But they like spend a moment with Garfield.
Yeah. Super interesting.
Yeah.
Both are fantastic films. If you haven't seen them, my apologies, especially more so with Turtles because it's only been out for 2-3 weeks now. I don't want to. I won't go.
Nothing to really spoil.
Yeah, we didn't go into super deets. There's some couple things that we could have said, but we didn't.
I would just say know that Turtles is like a remix. It's not what you're expecting it to be. Because if we're being real, every Turtles thing ever is the exact same thing, just varying degrees of details. This is a new Turtle story. It's they move the story forward. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
And they're actual teenagers, which is cool.
Yeah, and I gave it an A, but let's just be real. This is the S tier Turtle movie. When you're ranking amongst Turtle movies, this is the best Turtle movie.
We'll get to that in a minute, Nick. That's on.
Is that what my bad? Is that what the tier list is?
We know what Nick's feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Real quick too, I'm gonna keep harping on Turtles more than Spider-Man. I grew up a Raph guy. I did. I saw Sadu already made a comment. He's gonna shit on Raph. That's fine, Sadu. I grew up a Raph dude. It was something about red. Red was my favorite color. That's why
he was the cool one.
I was an NWO, red and black, not white and black.
Yeah.
I was Wolfpack.
Hell yeah.
And same went with Turtles. But I do think with this one, me and Nick were talking about this when we were leaving. I liked Michelangelo for some reason. I was a Mikey guy in this one. I did like Donatello, especially now that I know he's Scooters.
Yeah. Donnie's my favorite. I feel like in this one, Donnie won me over. He's my favorite turtle in this universe.
Raph, they really downplayed the coolness of Raph in this one.
Yeah. And the meanness.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick in a lot of the other movies.
Well, yeah, he runs off in the original movie, meets Casey Jones. That was my one, and spoilers on this. I did think the one character that they kind of left off that they could have squeezed in there, just one. And there's a bunch. There's actually a bunch of characters that I can think of. But I do think you could have squeezed in Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Especially Jerry, and this is where I would say they could have spinned him in. When
Splinter's Splinter's down.
When Splinter's down and the vials.
That's what I thought.
It could have easily have been, or he could have just been one of the people that he just slap shots it,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. He was there. He helped. If you saw it, you saw it. And then in the next one, they're like, oh, actually, we've met before.
There's a shadow. They just show the bottom half, and you see the hockey stick. You don't even see the mask or anything. Something.
Yeah.
Something. I do like Jerry. I don't know if you or
wait.
Nick
Was there a hockey?
This is the same iconic poster from the original movie.
I was actually going to say, can you pull up the first poster? Because I want to see, is it even Mikey, Leo,
Jer already had it.
It is.
It is. Jer already had it.
Dude, amazing.
The same way.
Yeah. Seth Rogen, dude.
Seth Rogen doing God's work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Seth. We appreciate it. Come on the show, as Nick D always says.
Yeah, exactly. Please come on the show and talk about Turtles. And I got some Freaks and Geeks questions, actually. I'd really like to talk about that as well.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, please go see it. Support our boys, the Ninjas. and let's hope them get to 100 mil.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that they make another sequel and more of this because it's so good.
Yeah.
This is what I want more of. So, Spider-Man. My worry with Spider-Man is that they do too many spin-offs or something. I hope they just finish this out with a third one, and we're not left for another one. Yeah, Paige, Paige, you should see it.
Yeah. Stick the landing and just be done. You know what I mean? It's like, right? Like, you've got, like, now with the strike and everything, you've got years to just bang out a final chapter to the Spider-Verse. Just don't
they already
mess it up.
I think it's already done, Nick, because it was supposed to come out next year, and I think I saw that they're already now pushing it back a year because of the writer's strike and everything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, again, in a weird way, that's a good thing. More time is never bad. Like, polish what you can.
Yeah.
Because, and again, I'm hyped for. I'll say this, like, I'm really looking forward to the third Spider-Verse thing, but I'm almost more looking forward to the middle movie of the Turtles trilogy, if that's what it turns out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the next Turtles movie, it's gonna be sick. Hopefully.
Yeah. So we, I think we all went over our views on this. Chat's not saying much. Sadu doesn't have. I thought Sadu was gonna have some input on some of this. I'm kind of taken back. I know
Has Sadu seen them?
I think he definitely saw Ninjas. I don't know if he saw. I'm pretty sure he saw Into the Spider-Verse. Sadizzle, if you're still here, sound off.
Is there do movie award things, like, I know there is best score, there is a best soundtrack, right? Because again, Turtles, amazing soundtrack, like a lot of great New York rap. I'm kind of a boomer, so like, oh yeah.
I was gonna say it was crazy that it was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross
For
music.
Really?
Turtles.
For Turtles? Wow.
Yeah, they were in charge of the music.
That is so sick. Because I was just gonna say, like, I feel like I didn't recognize much from the Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack. I was like, oh, this is all new hip music. I don't know this stuff.
So, dude, there's a lot we left off. So I'll say that we didn't spoil the ending or anything. So Sadu hasn't seen the Turtles yet. Sadu, see that Turtles.
And Atticus.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, Sadu, if you were a big fan of the late 80s, early 90s cartoon, I would assume you'll really love seeing all these different characters they bring back for this, because they've never been brought back in any other Turtle thing.
All the action figures you used to have, they're walking around in them.
Yeah.
And like just they do a reference to the song when they're in the
garage
shop, and like the radio comes on, and then they have they jump into the van with a piece of pizza on top of it.
Which in the next one is going to become the Turtle van, like
Yeah, that there were just little things
turtle.
Like, if you saw this.
Yeah, because it's like Donnie
cool
drove away with that, so it's like, that's the van. They're going to convert that later.
No, got ripped in half.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
during the
he picked it up and ripped it off.
Apart.
Yeah.
It was green and yellow though. It was green and yellow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the door that used to slide open, and they would shoot stuff out, dude.
Yeah.
So sick.
Which was they actually did put that in the sequel to the Michael Bay one, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cheesy looking at it, but I'm like, I'm just glad it's there. Like, it's cool that he made that reference.
And if you're a real nerd with the action figures, I'm pretty sure Rocksteady and Bebop, those were their action figure mobiles. The motorcycle and the truck.
And
I'm pretty sure. I
totally.
can't recall if those were in the original cartoon, but those were definitely the action figure ones that they had. The motorcycle especially. I remember that motorcycle.
Can we Google that? Just like Bebop and Rocksteady vehicles, and like, let's see if it comes up in. Because it's like I remember that too, and it's like, what is that? Is that from the show, or is that from?
Stu says he's checked out pretty much. This is what he's saying. I'm gonna break it down. He's checked out on superheroes, so he wasn't a huge fan of the Spider-Verse movie. He's kind of already.
I think that's a completely fair. Like that makes.
I don't agree with you, Sadu, but
we're all
I get
feeling
it.
that fatigue. You know?
I'm not, but I get it. I get it. I understand that people are feeling the fatigue, and I understand people saying that they're feeling fatigue. But this is a famous OverTheShow quote: "You'll miss it when it's gone." And I'm going to keep saying that because
Yeah.
I could see that the finish line is coming because everybody else is feeling fatigue, which I knew would happen inevitably. That that's the car, is it not, Jerry?
Yeah,
That's totally the car.
Rider, motorcycle, that thing.
Wow, yeah, they really knocked it out the park, man. They did such a good job.
Love it.
I think I have that purple car. I need to get my turtle box down.
I don't know if we did. It's really cool looking though. I think we had that motorcycle with the sidecar though. And we had the van, we had the blimp.
I always wanted, I never had, was the base. The Krog or whatever. What, Craig? We just said it earlier, Nick D. What was it?
For the Nickelodeon thing or for Turtles?
For Turtles. The
Krang.
Krang's foot base.
Yeah, that big globe
thing.
I
always wanted that. I never had that.
For sure.
I definitely had the car. And I think I had the car and the van.
Click on that van right there where they're all standing on it. Like, yeah, right there.
What?
Oh, that's the TMNT version of it.
Yeah,
it's It's a little more. That's still pretty cool looking, though.
Yeah. I do get it though, Sadu. I'm just saying, I'm not feeling the burnout, but I felt the burnout with this movie where I was like, okay, all right, this is good. Just the length of it. The length of it really just was like, geez, McGee's guys. I know what you're saying, Nick, about how it could have went in a lot of different directions with them doing different characters being the lead. But for me, it's just like, tell the Miles story and let's just keep it to that. Because if you cut out the whole, what's her name storyline? Gwen's, and then shorten Miguel's. Like, I get that we needed to see Miguel lose his child and have him explain it. But you think about the length of those two whole little things going on. That's what really makes that movie so long.
And it's like, that's why I'm like, make it a Miguel movie and trim all the Miles and Gwen. You know what I mean? It's like, we did Miles and Gwen. Make it a Miguel movie because at least he's new. Like, yeah. No, I feel you on that. And then, dude, we're back to 90 minutes. I mean, 2 hours would have been fine. But that extra 20 minutes, dude, like, it added on.
There's something about it. Just, really drags it out.
You know what scene felt really long to me was the rooftop party with his parents. I felt
that scene is like legit
forever,
20.
Dude.
It's legit 25 minutes. At one point, Miles leaves and then comes back with Gwen, and I'm like, what? Like, it's like, I thought this was over, and it's like, no, we're not even halfway done yet.
Nick, that's a great point. I haven't watched this. He goes to his bedroom, chills for a minute. She shows up, and then they, dude, yeah.
They're back at the party, and it's even longer, and you're like, bro, where is Spot? Get us back to Spot, you know?
And in the theater, it's like, oh my gosh. Speaking of the theater, my last comment too, and then we could wrap this up and move on. The thing I really loved about the Turtles was both when me and BK went and when me and Nick D went today, we were the creepy dudes in the theater, Jerry. Both times the theater has been, and it's kind of was the same thing with Mario, although we went with BK's nephews to Mario. There was a ton of little kids with their parents.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome because when I got into Turtles, I could see myself in these kids. Like, that's how old I was when I fell in love with Turtles. And like I was saying to Nick, the last few times we've been to Marvel experiences, it clearly is our age group or 10 years younger than us. There's not a
Same
lot
with Barbie.
of like young kids. Well, there was a good amount of young girls when we went and saw Barbie.
But more packs of dudes like us. You're right. There were still kids there, but like just adults. Like
there was quite a few adults too.
But this audience,
Turtles definitely felt like the kids were coming out for it, and that's awesome to see because that's the age I feel like. That's when I fell in love with Turtles. The reason I went to see Turtles is because I remembered what it meant to me then. So it's really cool to see a new group of kids.
We don't have to do it, but
I saw. I got it.
Oh well, they do it. Okay, sick.
But that's crazy though because it's too deep a cuts from my knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I only know the original.
I thought it was really cute that when Splinter had his big fight scene, and they kept doing that drop where it was like the track would go ninja.
Yeah.
And like the second time it did it, the kid next to us was like ninja.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's sick. this kid's having fun.
The kid
Yeah.
next to us was running rampant. He was
yeah,
standing,
moving around.
walking towards us. It was wild.
Dropping shit. His mom's busting out the
Phone,
flashlight,
trying to
looking
find
for like
stuff.
whatever.
She had 3 kids.
wow.
Her hands were
That's pretty
full.
funny.
She was
Yeah.
She was. I could tell a
Yeah.
couple times because I could hear her being like, "Shh, be quiet," because those kids were like saying stuff and like
Yeah.
they were acting
But
a
again,
fool.
I'm not tripping. It's like it's their movie. They're
That's
supposed
what
to be doing that. So it's like, yeah,
yeah.
I couldn't have cared less. Like,
100%. 100%. It's your time. Live it up. Live it up.
Exactly.
But that was my last comment about ninjas. Is that, man, it's great to have them back. You know, but we could get burnout. I don't think this is gonna happen because there's not enough to do with them. But you know, I hope we don't get to the same fatigue that we're feeling with the Marvel universe, where, okay, guys, slow it down with the Turtles.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
I mean, yeah, as long as it's good, I'm fine
Yeah.
with them doing it for a bit. But like, yeah, that Michael Bay stuff, cut that out.
Yeah.
Which supposedly, you know, like the Wikipedia even says that like supposedly a third one's coming. Like I doubt it at this point, but at least the last Wikipedia heard. But this seems to be a fight. I'm sure this already made way more money than both of those Turtles movies, so I'm sure they're like, there's no point. We don't need that other one. Just double down on this one.
All right, so we're gonna Addie's piggybacking off the Sadu thing. It's the classic I'm over superhero, but he said that he's over superheroes, but he did like Spider-Verse. Addie, you haven't even watched the last few superhero movies. Get out of town, buddy. I know you haven't. Get out of town, bro. Get out of town. I mean, look, I get it. You're seeing it everywhere. You're legit seeing it everywhere. Everybody's claiming this. It's becoming the new cool guy thing to say. It was cool for people to like Spider-Man movie. I saw somebody point this out. It was cool for a while to like Marvel. Now it's cool to not like Marvel. It has completely flipped. And now, like I said to Nick when we watched it today and they played the trailer for, which I'm sure no one's going to like, but the Marvel movie, The Marvels, that movie stands no chance because it's already predetermined that everyone has superhero fatigue and everyone already hated Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I
and kind of WandaVision. And, you know, I don't know how well Ms. Marvel did.
Didn't do good. Didn't do good.
Yeah. So,
There's
like,
no
the
way
three
that movie's
things it's
doing
built
well.
off of.
Even if that movie is fantastic, there's no way it's doing well.
You know, but you know, like again, like I could be wrong about this, but like I'm shooting from the hip on this. You know what could be one thing, which I don't think this is going to happen, but actually might get a couple of people to check it out. If White Vision was, if not the bad guy, just a big part of the story. Like if they picked up from WandaVision, or I honestly don't know who they can call back from Captain Marvel. Or, you know, maybe they tie it to Kamala, but like draw from one of those 3 stories or something. Give us a reason to care, you know? So White Vision, you'd have my attention. You'd have my attention.
And Addie, you're great. That's sad to hear about the Jamie not going with you to see Ninja Turtles, but I think Addie, you might appreciate the Ninja Turtles movie. There's some funny jokes in it. Like there's some witty stuff that's like, it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah. And I think it's a perfectly fine movie to watch at home. Like I had fun seeing it in the theater. Like, but I also think it's like just as legit that when it comes to streaming, check it out then when you're like, you know, background movie like we're always talking about. I think you'll have fun. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, and Addie, you always rather play guitar than watch any movies. Get out of town. That's nothing new. I lived with you, bro. I know exactly what you're up to. Get out of town. And then I
think it's a good guitar movie. Like, yeah, if you're practicing guitar, just watch it.
Yeah, just put it on the background. Yeah.
Put it on and shred, bro. Put it on and shred.
The Bear season 1, Bear season 2, I think might even be better than Bear season 1, Addie. So continue to watch that. I promise you. We already discussed the Bear. Bear might be the best TV show of the year. Watch season 2. It's a fantastic show. All right.
What's that on?
So here's a question. FX.
So
whatever.
Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I asked Karina and she was like, "What? What do you mean? Do you think they're gonna do a season 3, or do you think that? Because I personally thought they could wrap it up where 2 ended and just kind of leave it very.
We're talking about the
open
Bear,
in
right?
A way, you know. Yeah, the Bear. Or do you think more likely, as Karina's like, why would they do that? Like they'll do a season 3 where
The show's too popular.
Do you think to just stop right here?
It's too popular.
Oh, The Bear's the cooking show.
I
okay.
agree with you,
Yeah.
Jared. The
Yeah.
way that they leave off, I don't want to say too much for Addy because he hasn't saw.
Yeah,
But
it just is an interesting.
they wrap up a lot
place.
of storylines, but they also
Exact-
create
yeah.
a couple in the last second. You're like, well, now I kind of want to know
Yeah.
about this, and this. Even though in the final episode, they wrap up so much that you were wondering about. So you're like, oh, now we know this,
Yeah.
this, and this. I just think because it's so
Yeah.
successful, there's no way, Jer. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious, just because
No,
it's like you
yeah.
said, it's like it felt like they answered a lot of things, but very much still, like you said, left some things open.
What if it starts off? I don't want to say too much for Addy's sake, but what if it starts off a couple years down the road? And like
that would be cool too.
I
think I
yeah,
would like that as opposed to just like, oh, let's keep it linear. It's like, no, let's jump around a bit. Like I don't need to see every little thing, you know.
I do like that cast and their vibe together though. So I
Yeah.
do want
Yeah.
I do want
Yeah.
more. I do want more. I hate to say it.
Is it the same thing though? So if the third season's coming, are we talking like 2 years out?
Yeah, because of the writer's strike. yeah.
Probably.
Everything's
Yeah.
everything's
And-
screwed right now. So
You know, it sucks that the last time this happened was I stopped watching a lot of shows because shows have to take this big break and you just never go back. Like I liked Entourage up until the writer's strike. The writer's strike happened and I just never went back. I was like, that was years ago. I'm not gonna watch that. Like, yeah, writer's strike takes away a lot of momentum.
Addy, we appreciate
Not that
that.
I'm, that wasn't a political comment. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. Well, no, it is, Nick.
Yeah.
These studios need to give these people what they want. You know, I don't care about
yeah.
when it comes to real politics. I normally don't give a crap for the most part. You know, I do think global warming is a
Yeah.
large issue, but whatever. We won't get into it. But when it comes to the writing strike, suck it, Disney. We all know I'm a huge Disney
Suck it,
guy,
corporate executives.
but Disney, dude, suck
Yeah.
it, dude. You need to suck it. Like the thing
Is
with
that Bob Iger?
yeah, Bob Iger. Yeah, he says some douchey stuff too. It's a shame, bro.
Yeah.
He's making
Yeah.
Disney
as
look
Dudesy
bad.
would say, good job, boner.
Yeah.
Good job, boner.
Jerry. Addy said that Jamie wanted to watch season 2 of The Bear, but he had to watch us. We appreciate that. I figured you want to know that, Nick D.
Oh, I thought you meant to show us. I see, like, and I was like,
Oh,
is
no.
that the sequel to you?
Us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
Thank you, Addy.
And Paige, I
Send
think
him a sheet of grip tape.
you and
I think
Ira
we're-
would
yeah,
enjoy
we've got
it.
a sheet for you.
No, I'm not hyped.
I
for
need to
this,
start
no.
it. I like everyone loves it. I haven't seen it.
Addy,
I love that dude though, Evan Peters. That's not Evan Peters. I don't know that guy's name.
Addy's slinging too many hot
Who?
questions. All right,
Alan White.
I have to acknowledge Addy's question, and I don't know if this is gonna be controversial.
Hell yeah.
Snow White isn't gonna be good. I'm sure me and Paige will end up watching it, especially because we pay for Disney Plus. But Snow White's not going to be good for the same reason that Willy Wonka is not going to be good. There, Jarek, click on that last photo. That's all you need to do right here. That, my friend, I'm sorry, that is not the Seven Dwarfs. I get it, but I also don't get it. They were tiny people.
Yeah.
This is from the movie.
That's from the movie. Yes.
Yeah.
This is them.
That's them.
This isn't.
That's
people
the Seven
cosplaying?
Dwarfs.
Ah.
Yep. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. That's the Seven Dwarfs.
They honestly they look like they're a part of the Black Pearl crew. They look like they're from
She looks great, Sadu.
what is that called? Pirates of the Caribbean.
I have.
Yeah. Go to that one with the blue, where she looks like the
Yeah,
proper princess.
she
Yeah,
looks amazing.
That looks awesome.
That looks
but-
amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, on a different note, have we heard? We're getting into such like weird stuff right now. We got to get to the tier list, but that's my opinion on Snow White. I don't think it's going to be good because the Seven Dwarfs aren't actually tiny people. Same with Willy Wonka. They're changing too much for my
everything, to my
taste.
understanding. Yeah.
Wicked. Have we heard what's going on with Wicked? More of how what's her name slept with the dude who was married. Dude, it is crazy, bro. There's this
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande swooped this dude who was married and just had a baby. He's the dude who played SpongeBob from the SpongeBob musical. I listened to a whole thing on YouTube about it. And he had just had a newborn.
Yeah.
And she swoo-whooped
Wow.
this
Looks
dude.
like her brother.
Yes, Jerry. Yes, I saw the images compared to the brother. Yeah, pull it up, Jerry. Pull it up. We're getting into some real tea. We're getting into some real tea right now. That one, that's the photo I saw. Yeah.
Most apparent.
Yeah, that one that makes it most apparent.
Let's
That's
get to
so weird.
ourselves.
I've never seen that dude before. Her brother. What does he do? Is he a singer as well?
I don't know.
He's like a reality.
I've never
TV
seen
show. He
either
was
of these.
on
Okay,
Big
I was gonna
Brothers.
say I have no idea.
This guy,
either of
the guy on the left, Nick D, he played SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical that got canceled really fast.
Oh, so he's got like a silly voice.
Well, he's just a musical kind of guy.
Yes.
He's a theatrical actor.
Oh, he's not doing a SpongeBob impersonation. I see. Okay.
I think he is. I mean, he must be, right?
Oh,
I would assume. I don't know.
I don't know.
We will never find out because that got
can we-
canceled.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would say, can we hear it? But yeah, it got canceled.
Got canceled. But Wicked. Now I know Paige was a fan of the musical. Her and my mom saw it years ago, and I've heard the musical's
It's
really
got a great
good.
soundtrack. Yeah, like whoever wrote the music. I haven't seen the show, but I've heard the score, the music part of it. It's great. Great songs.
But
Awesome songs.
this movie obviously is right now in a bunch of controversy because of them sleeping together
Yeah.
or what have you. I mean, once again, I've just read, and I didn't read anything. I watched a YouTube video that talked about all of it. It was interesting. That's all I got. But
Is Snow White a musical?
I think it has been in the past.
No.
I
Is there
think.
Snow? Okay.
Oh, Jerry, you're trying to find the clip?
Because I was like, man, do I?
Jerry, you should have went to the SpongeBob. It was in New York.
When?
Feel stressed out the next time you're feeling.
Paige
don't
says
know.
that Wicked's
I think it did. I
the
think I
most
saw it in
incredible
2019.
musical.
Yeah, really. I will say, really great.
Yeah, it was cool. It's whatever. I saw it this year.
I just saw Tina Turner on Friday.
Hell yeah.
It was really good. The musical.
That's
Tina
awesome.
Turner, the musical.
Yeah. Is that Squidward?
I would have went and saw this.
Like how it went back to literally the same part where no one's talking.
I would have seen this. He's got two pairs of
Oh,
Oh
legs.
yeah, that is
The
Squidward.
legs-
Yeah.
This and Spider-Man are the biggest bummers to get canceled for musicals. For musicals.
Are they
Cool.
still doing the Captain America one?
Th-
Was there talk of
that's-
that, or did I make that? Oh,
That's at Disneyland. You have to go to the theme park.
Look at Mr. Krabs.
I see.
And I think it's pretty short. But yes, Nick D,
Okay,
they
yeah.
are. They are.
Yeah.
I think it's at here in California. It's at California Adventure. It's across from. It doesn't matter. I don't need to tell you where it is in the theme park.
Here, pull up the map too. 'Cause He's got the exact location.
Addie, you didn't realize there was a live
California
SpongeBob?
Adventureland.
Yeah, there was a live SpongeBob, but it got canceled. He sounds like the weird kid from Book of Mormon. That was Paige's take.
Never
He
seen
kind of
Book of
does.
Mormon.
Dude, Book of Mormon
I
is
really want to see
fantastic.
Book of Mormon. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I really want to see it.
Probably my favorite musical I've ever seen.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's saying a lot. I've seen quite a few, so I don't know. But it's also like it's written for our kind of humor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's crass and offensive, and like, yeah.
Like my mom wasn't a big fan of that, but she loved the Tina Turner. That was her second time seeing the Tina Turner musical.
Yeah.
Can you type in real quick, Jared?
Did your mom watch The Fly with you?
No, hell no.
Oh, because I was gonna say, like, what was her opinion on that? Like, okay, yeah.
Type in Snow White musical because I just want to see if there has been one. I'm pretty sure there's been one in the
I
past.
can't think. Yeah, I can't think of any Snow White Disney song. I'm trying to think of like what.
Yeah,
What is
there
the-
definitely has. There definitely
Okay.
back in the day, Nick, because Snow White's so old. You know, there had to be. I
Can
can't. I
we
can't
just
think of a
see what
song.
year was the Snow White Disney? Like this remake, is it like 40 years after the fact?
Oh,
Like,
dude, 50.
not even the musical, just the. It's like 52 or something. Like it's as
Yeah,
old
it's
as our
gotta be.
parents.
It's gotta be.
37. 37.
Nothing,
37.
nothing beats Fiddler on the Roof. I'm sorry, Addie. You're out of your pocket. You're totally wrong. I remember when me and Sadu went to New York 8th grade trip and we saw Phantom of the Opera. That was better than
Phantom of the
Fiddler on the
Opera
Roof.
is dope.
Fiddler on the Roof has got
I
to
don't
be
think
one
I've
of
ever
the
seen
most.
Fiddler on the Roof.
I saw it.
I like Phantom of the Opera. I like Phantom of the.
Yeah, no, Sadu, Marilyn is right. Tina Turner is good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the Tina Turner musical. But the you got to see Book of Mormon. It's just, Paige is in here. Paige didn't see Tina Turner, but Tina Turner felt like it was a Vegas show because they're like, she's just reenacting songs you've heard. Where Book of Mormon is something fresh and new.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a narrative.
We could do. I was just about
We'll
to
do this
say.
for you one day,
I
Sadu.
just about to say we could do a tier list. Yeah,
I saw the movie Evita. I saw the movie Annie.
I've seen the movie for both those.
I hated
I've
it.
seen that Beauty and the Beast. I liked that I liked that Beauty and the Beast. It wasn't great, but I liked it.
Yeah. Well,
Les Mis. I haven't
ridiculous.
seen Les Mis,
Oh,
but
BK's
I love that soundtrack.
BK has entered the building, and BK is
welcome.
firing off. He's already throwing out
BK,
statements.
We had a question for you. What was the question we had for BK?
BK says it's no Book of Mormon, I'm sure, but God bless Tina Turner.
Hell yeah. Appreciate a grip tape.
Beaks, I just saw. I don't know if when you tuned in. I just saw Tina Turner on Friday. It was really good, and the young lady playing Tina Turner does a fabulous job. She's phenomenal. It just Book of Mormon has these, and the set design. I mean, man, you guys. I don't want to say too much. There's a couple little things that they do on it that's just phenomenal. Lion King was all right.
yeah.
Paige, you're out of pocket. Paige, get out of here. Lion King was all
I
right.
like Lion King.
Overplayed.
I liked it.
It was good, but overplayed.
I like how no one has mentioned Hamilton. I think that's funny.
Which one?
Hamilton
Hamilton was cool.
in a really dorky whack kind of way.
And
Like
they're
I think it's cool that it's a thing, but I think it's also like really dorky. Yeah. So yeah, I feel you.
It was all right. It was
Yeah,
cool.
like, good for him.
I think it was cool. I just think it got a little overplayed with how much people claimed that they enjoyed it. It was good. I just didn't enjoy it as much as people were saying they did. That would be my hot take.
Exactly.
A couple of the songs stuck with me for a while there, but like the set design was also pretty
King
simplistic.
George's song. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
King George's song though, I think that's the best in the musical. I loved his "You'll Be Back" or whatever that song was.
Wait, all right, let's get on topic. We'll do a musical. We'll do a whole episode on musicals, everybody. And then Paige, you can be here. We'll fire off on all things.
Have you ever seen Cannibal the musical?
Page. It was overplayed.
What?
Hamilton, yeah. Hamilton.
Yeah.
BK also is hating on
Overplayed,
Hamilton.
yeah,
We're getting a lot of Hamilton hate. It was good, guys. It's not. It was just.
I
overplayed.
agree that it's good.
Nah.
I just
nah,
agree
nah,
that
he
it's.
writes
I
the
just
same
think
song.
it's dorky.
All right, Jerry.
Manuel only writes one song, and it's the same song
And
for
he just-
everything, and I'm over it.
Let's
I agree.
let's move on with the show. We're getting caught up with chat. Well, let's move on.
We're about to do a
doing,
Lin-Manuel,
the tier list now from your end.
Tier list.
No, pull up. We're at end video of the week. We're at end of video of the week.
Oh, pull it up one more time.
Pull it up one more time. We have 5 votes. We're adding the votes now, so it's too late, BK, for you to vote for Nick D. Although it is right now, actually, BK, if you haven't voted, play him one more time. We'll let BK try to vote. We'll see if he votes for Nick D.
Hell yeah.
Because we're tied right now. Right now, we're at 20% Jerry, 40% me, 40% Nick D. So first we got Jerry with the Waxin'
Oh, I was gonna say,
22.
let's not tell him.
The King of
Wow,
Riz.
guys. Look at the drip
Seduce
today.
favorite?
Drip nuts. Gee whiz. Gee willikers, Batman. Is that drip? Ooh. Ooh. This is what it looks
Oh,
like.
BK already
if I walk
voted.
up on your girl right now.
Love it.
Yo. You
All
trying
right.
to do something or what?
The ending laugh is good.
Wait, Jer, does his shirt say "Ka"? Is that shirt a Dark Tower reference?
Oh, what?
No, it's like an
It's a
anarchy.
circle
isn't
and
it?
it says.
Look at the drip today.
Oh,
Drip
oh.
nuts.
Yeah, it says
Gee whiz. Gee willikers, Batman.
I was like,
Is that
bro,
drip?
that's a Dark Tower shirt. But okay, never.
I'd call your dad and tell him all the shittiest of things you said if we ever broke up.
another
Wow,
tool
yeah, I
that
didn't
she's
never
gonna
noticed the
eat.
apple.
And the apple moves in the second shot. Wait. The apple's over there now.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
weird. And then it's behind her.
We need to find this full video. We need to
Yeah.
find the full video.
The apple weirdly
I have
moves.
so many questions.
All right, and then we have Nick D's Anaconda.
We got this
All right.
dickhead.
And BK said he already voted. Oh, BK voted for me. Wow, BK, mind blowing.
Nice.
You didn't realize that
Nice.
was me. I can already tell, BK. You didn't realize that was me. So you fucked up, bro. All right, well, we're gonna end polls. And Nick D, congratulations, we tied.
Thank you. Thank you.
All that
Dude,
matters.
it was a good match. It was a good match. All good, great videos.
All that matters is Jerry lost again.
Yeah, man.
For now on, I just want Jer to lose. That's just gonna be. If Nick D
I mean-
wins, I'll be happy. For now on,
I know it's. I'm gonna start overthinking this and
'Cause-
pick bad videos.
chat. We've realized Jer's never won. Let's keep that tradition going here on Over the Show. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Dang. One of these days. Even when I put my own video, the hot dog review, that like straight lost.
So Addy
Like,
Addy
nah.
voted for
Because
you.
we couldn't hear it. We couldn't hear it.
Addy voted for you. He went with Waxon.
Nice.
He gets it. Addy gets it.
Gee willikers,
Oh,
Batman.
BK
that the
said yours
drip?
was funny though, Jer, but that he didn't. He still didn't vote for you. I got to get rid of this one, Jer. Jer, can you just? Or I'll just boom. Oh wait, no, Jer, can you stop sharing so then we go
yeah,
bigger? Yeah. All right, and now we're gonna end the show, and we want all of chat. Sadu, if you're still here, we want your your
Yeah,
input
yeah.
on this.
Everyone, cue up the keyboards.
We're going to rate, or not rate. We're going to tier list the new. Or wow, I keep messing this up. We're gonna tier list the freaking Ninja Turtle movies. So I think we go with the easy ones off tops. None of us have seen Batman with the ninjas, but I still think
I haven't.
that this, no matter what, is better than the Michael Bay ones. There's no way this is.
I
bad.
mean, it's got Batman. How is it not? Like, yeah, like
So
right there.
We'll put it in
Right
E.
there.
Immediately, that goes in E. Any arguments with that, folks?
I actually can't see it. Do you guys see the tier list?
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
not
see
seeing
it now.
Oh, I gotta share my
Okay.
screen. My bad, boys.
No worries.
Um,
We're just starting, so no problem at all.
Yeah, my bad.
I wonder if there's. I'm gonna look on my own. We don't have to do this, but is there a Ninja Turtles toys tier list? Ninja Turtle figures tier list.
Tier list for everything, dog.
Yeah,
Boom. All right,
Batman and the Turtles. Hell yeah, coming in at E. I
Nick-
kind of want to watch that.
Nick, if you can, look and see if there's a Nickelodeon one,
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll
and
do
then
that
just
too.
put it in Discord. All right. And then we'll just.
Nickelodeon.
I'm thinking we just F immediately the Michael Bay ones. Just both are in F.
Yeah, I
See, I've
actually,
never
you know what?
seen
I
them and have no interest.
I'm completely fine with that, but I would almost make the case for Bebop and Rocksteady are so good in 2. I'd say give them a D. Because the first one, you're right, hot trash. It does at least feel like they got Bebop and Rocksteady right. Everything else in the second one, pretty whack. Pretty whack.
Here's what I'll do, Nick D. I'll give one an F and I'll give one an E.
Okay, yeah.
Or
Fair,
two.
fair.
I,
Yeah,
I can't even tell which one. And my main reason, Nick, is I just hate what they look like, and I also think
Yeah.
I want to give both an F, but I'm willing to meet you in here. The fact that
Turtles, I agree.
the fact they fired
Oh,
Johnny
sorry.
Knoxville,
Yeah.
Will not let that go.
I'm not gonna let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I'm a Knoxville
Because
fan.
it's like you're like the one thing I liked in the first one didn't bring back in the second. You know what I mean? Like I get that. I think that's fair. That's a fair point to make. Do you guys hear that? What is that sound? Am I
That's-
going insane?
That's
It's
Discord.
Tubes is.
Oh,
Oh, is that my Discord?
Oh, that's right.
It's. I don't know. It's a Discord.
put-
It's a
Do
Discord.
you
yeah.
want me to just?
Wait.
I'll put these in the funny video of the week. Here's.
No, there's a tier.
Here's a
There's
tier
a
list.
there's a tier list.
Oh.
It's the top
Yeah.
one on Discord.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who doesn't like check in on behind the scenes?
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
And Paige, were you the one person to vote for? Wait, no, Addy said he voted. So Paige, did you not vote, and you're just now saying that you like Jers? Like what? How did that happen, Paige? What went on there?
No one liked mine. Everyone said it was funny, but it wasn't a good video.
I thought Addy said he voted for you. Addy voted for you. Whatever, we'll
One
move
person,
on. Yeah.
Only one. Yeah, I lost. Thanks for rubbing it in over and over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over and over.
I
and
never
over.
saw the Netflix movie, so I don't know where to put the Netflix movie. I feel bad. I'm surprised I never watched this, but there's a Netflix Turtles movie.
That's not the one we were talking about where Raphael is like Batman.
No, that's TMNT. That's this one right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know the Netflix one. That's a movie I'm unaware of.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. I never saw that. It's got Casey Jones.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, like it's one of those. It's a cartoon movie it's a movie spin-off of the cartoon. It's in that style. I'm looking at it right now.
So let's just put that with the Batman. Indeed.
Yeah, don't know it.
Okay. So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty here, guys. We got the new movie. We got the 3 originals. And we got...
I'm scanning through Rise of the Turtles now. This looks weird.
We got TMNT.
Okay.
Now, my opinion...
So should we start with the newest one or should we start with the first one?
Let's hit it with the newest one. I'm going to say...
I mean, you know where it goes.
I'm saying it's S.
Yeah. I think it's yeah, exactly.
I know BK's going to have an issue with this, but...
If you also want to bang out if you just want to do all the S's, I would give the first one an S, but it's definitely under that one. You know what I mean? Like that one's an S because of nostalgia. Mutant Mayhem is just an S. It's a good movie.
My only argument with you, Nick, would be the fact that it's live action and it's an S. It almost, in my opinion, has to go above it because to make an S...
Oh, okay.
Well, to make an S live action movie, it's crazy because the costumes have to be on point. Without the on-point costumes, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. Because I'd give it an S because I love that movie.
I love that movie. I mean, for me, I would then say the number 2 was an A. I do really enjoy 2. And then I would say 3 is a C. 3,
yeah, and again,
I
haven't seen in so long.
I don't know.
You want to go higher or lower?
Jerry, you gonna go lower?
Higher.
You gonna go higher?
I like that one. I love 3. I'd put it in B.
Okay,
We'll
go B.
I loved it.
I remember liking when they were all dressed up as samurais. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and like.
But I don't remember anything.
They had like the cool toys. They had so it was like they were a little bit more rubber.
Rubber?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, they were.
Yeah, there was just a little bit more going on. I don't know. I did like that
and they
one.
looked a little more.
They
looked more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
I'm gonna look
changed
up
a
the
bit,
toys
like,
now.
By no means am I saying they're better
Turtles.
than the first 2 or anything, but it is a thing of like I know a lot of people hate 3 or just don't like it, but like I like 3. 3 and I gelled.
I really like the time traveling stick thing that they have with the lamp on top.
The lantern.
I always really liked how cool that looked.
And I'm looking at it now.
super
It's so
tight.
sick to see them in the samurai armor. Like it's so dope.
It's a thing where it's
Wow, look at
like
this.
that they took a chance and like did something. It's like, and for me at that age, worked. I liked it.
Here, I just put something in general for you.
Did we?
Can we show stores? Is that like? Can you show an internet store on YouTube? Is that like some copyright thing?
No, we're a show.
Because look at these like modern versions of it. It's like, wow, that looks so sick.
Those are like new age, right? 150
Yeah. Oh, let me see if I can find these crazy turtle toys I saw on Instagram once.
Those do look badass. Oh, there's the sticks that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at like the nunchucks too. Like it looks like, oh man, that looks like it's like
and they put on
like,
the mask and stuff. Yeah, dude. These are awesome. He does
And
cool
again,
toys.
they did a lot of like, well, they had to like practical props and
Yeah.
sets and everything. So it's kind of like you said, like they put a lot of effort into it. So it's like I definitely appreciate that. I don't know. I imagine we probably watched it at the house one time, but like, I don't know the last time I watched the original three. Definitely the first two more recent than the third, but
I think we watched all three
Yeah.
at the house back in the day.
yeah,
I can
feel
see
like
that.
we did.
I think we did. I think we were on at one point. We were on like a turtle hype. I think it was
Yeah, I
around
was
the
gonna say, I feel
time.
like we binged them.
What?
The Michael Bay was starting
No, the
like before it came out. Oh, okay.
TMNT
TMNT,
release. When did that come out?
2007.
Oh, and those turtle mechs are those? Did that Raphael ever come
Because
out?
I swear we saw that at the drive-in. Jerry, am I incorrect to say that?
I don't know. Again, it's like I feel like we did see this and like enjoyed it more than we thought we would.
Yeah.
But like I'm watching the trailer now and nothing is like
Well,
standing out as like, oh, I
Nick
remember
pointed
that
out there was a
part.
huge battle between Raphael and
Leo.
Leo.
Like, yeah, isn't that how it opens? Like, it's like Leo's like, "Come back, man! Like, you can't be like this vigilante." And like, isn't like Donnie? What is Donnie doing? Like, Donnie's, I guess, just doing science stuff. Like, but they split up, and the beginning of the movie's Leo bringing them back together. I think.
I would say it's a C. The TMNT.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see BK in chat is saying that he thinks that the new one is an A, not an S, for him, and I see that argument, Beaks, but
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think if we're gonna compare it, okay, there's two ways to look at this, because we can have multiple in there, right? It's clearly the front runner for animated turtle films. It's by far, it's definitely better than TMT. I never saw the Netflix one, although I do plan now on watching that at some point. But I can't see that Netflix one being better than Mutant Mayhem. It just,
Yeah.
it was so good. So I think we could leave it an S and then have two an S. The original movie.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the
those are my
animated
two
film.
favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty good list, boys. Is there anything we want to change here? I mean, we go over it real quick.
Nah, not for me.
We got the original movie. We got Mutant Mayhem. An S. An A, we got Secret of the Ooze. Ooze.
Ooh, it just flows off the
Ooze.
tongue.
It flows off the tongue. We got Turtles in Time in B. We got TMNT in C. We have the two movies we haven't seen in D. And
Somehow
then
doing better than the two movies we did see.
we have the Michael Bay movies 1 and 2. We have 2, I think this is 2, in E.
Yeah, I think.
And we have the original Michael Bay movie in F.
Yeah.
So Dude's agreeing with Jer on the Samurai one. Okay, so, but Jer, you're fine with keeping it in B though, right? Like we like it in B.
Yeah, exactly. It's not on par with 2, but definitely feel should just get a little boost from
I know
from
Fats
C.
is a hater on that one. He really doesn't like that one. I feel like
Yeah.
if he was here, he'd be vocalizing that, but he's probably
Yeah, the chat didn't welcome, so we know he's not in the chat yet.
well. There
Yeah,
might
exactly. Yeah.
is there a Fortnite tournament tonight? He might be watching Fortnite instead of us. I'll check.
Yeah, I kinda
Wow, there's a
remember
lot of
TMNT a little bit more.
Ninja Turtle video games.
There's no Fortnite tournament, so that's not what he's doing. I just checked real quick.
Just, not watching us.
Not watching us though. You kind of remember the first one, but I've only seen the originals. The first original movie, you got to rewatch the originals. Which one is it? The first or the second one with the salami in the intro?
First one.
Yeah.
And they saved the pizza boy, right? That's the first one, dude.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, because it opens up with the delivery. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it like?
Yeah.
Wise man say, patience is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
it does really slow down when they have to go to the farmhouse, and Raph's in the bathtub.
Which is one of, and that's weirdly one
Yeah.
of my favorite parts of the movie because it's so unlike anything else in You never see turtles not in New York, and they're out in like a field. Like it's like that's kind of like one of my favorite scenes. They're just practicing, and April's writing in her diary. Like,
yeah,
because that is so weird for turtles to see them out in the woods like that.
it's a really Raphael heavy movie because there also is the whole. My favorite scene is when Raphael meets Casey Jones in the park.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And
yeah.
when he loses his shit when they hurt Splinter or take Splinter,
Yeah,
and he's
I
like,
was wrong, Tubes. It's number 2 that has that opening scene.
it is okay. It's
Oh,
number 2.
really?
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
with the
because one
salami.
is one opens up with the delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "You took too long. We don't have to pay or whatever." Yeah. Slide in the thing. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Two-
And
two-
he's doing like the toothpick. Like he's such like a New York gangster where he's got like the toothpick in his mouth during the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
it's like Donatello's hell of sick in those original movies. Like Donatello's not a nerd; he's a badass.
yeah. Dude, it's a fantastic
He's the
film.
cool one, and Raphael's is the dick. Like it's like Donnie's the cool one.
Amy was just
They're all
another
cool.
journalist in New York City waiting
Whoa.
for her.
Okay, here we go.
Well, you don't want to know what Amy was up to?
No.
But that is the same delivery guy. First one.
From because
Yeah.
and he's in one of the suits, right? It doesn't he's not the voice, but isn't he one of the turtles? Like the actual
Leo.
stunts, because he
Stay down!
because
He's a
he's
Leo.
a real martial artist. Yeah.
Did I mention I study martial arts?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Dude, look at those suits. I don't know. Part of me is just like make a fourth one of these. Like part of me is just like, dude, invest the money and make better suits for this day and
Dude,
age.
there's no way. I hate to say this. There's no way they're going to do that. It's a shame.
That'd be so sick, though. Yeah, like pick it up from the like have the next one start with like them getting back from feudal Japan, and they're like, wow, that was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
like pick it up from there. Make it a '90s movie.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're happy with the
Yeah.
we're happy with what we got, right? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we save. I'm looking at the Nickelodeon tier list. They're so long. That's going to be a whole episode.
Yeah, exactly. There's no need to do it now, but it's ready to go.
mean,
And also,
yeah.
here's another one. There's a Ninja Turtles video game one, which looks cool, but we'd have to look up like what game is that? Like, yeah,
I have them all. I have the
all the Turtles games.
1 second, everybody. You guys talk.
Oh, you've got that. Yeah. I do. The thing he's about to bust out, I did want to get that. The collection. Is that on Switch? Well, I mean, it must be. I don't think he buys Xbox games. Well, I think he just buys. He buys whatever for Tony Hawk.
Buys them all. Gotta collect them all. Pokemon, Tony Hawk style.
Mm. There's a Ninja Turtle crossover in Street Fighter right now, and people are they look pretty. But you can't put them on any of the characters. It's just the Battle Hub, and it's $15 a turtle
To just for
That's a spike.
nothing.
for nothing.
What?
Oh yeah, the Cowabunga
So
collection.
I got the
and
Shredder's Revenge, which, if you don't know, may be the best Ninja Turtle game ever made. And then I also have the Cowabunga collection, which has every game they've ever made up until this. So I think I have every Ninja Turtle game with these two games for the Switch.
Hell yeah.
And I have to say, I played these because this took forever to actually get the hard. I got the hard copy. Obviously, you could have downloaded it. If you downloaded it, you would have had it way in advance. But I have to say, man, this was well worth the wait because these do feel aged. They're fun, especially the one that's the prequel to this, which is like the arcade one, which is on here. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I remember it from the arcade. But then when you play this and how clean they've made this is so much better than any of the ones on here.
But yeah, I definitely want to get the DLC for it.
I want to. It's not out yet, Jerry. I checked the other night. Because when I figured we streamed it last time, the three of us, and I figured when the DLC comes out, we could stream it again. It would be a lot of fun to play it. Maybe we do that instead of a normal episode or something. We just play. Yeah. Because we beat it. I think the three of us, we beat it in one night. I was going to say,
in like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. It's not even that bad.
It's not that bad. We didn't do all the collectibles in here, but it's.
Yeah.
But yeah, this.
Yeah, we still.
This has the Game Boy versions. It has the Super Nintendo version, the Nintendo version.
It's got that fighting game.
It's got that fighting game. It's got legit. It has everything. The menu screen isn't the greatest, like for going through and selecting. They could have made it a little bit better. It's that company, Nick, that they make
Konami.
They make the pachinko machines.
Yeah, and Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
So they don't really, I guess, spend a lot of time.
And yeah, they don't put a lot of money or effort into anything, but they made a surprisingly good collection. They're like, let's at least bundle it together. Like that's pretty cool of Konami. Like, and Konami does a lot of cool things. It seems like.
Yeah, but just so everyone knows, if you're a Switch enthusiast, which I know BK's here, you can get all the Ninja Turtle games in 2 disc. Well, in 2 cartridges, and I recommend it as a real.
Also, for you,
this is my
for
Ninja
you
Turtle
Switch
stuff.
Enthusiasts. Hell yeah. This is a random one, but for the Switch people, check out a game called Dredge. It's really weird. It's a horror fishing game, and I actually think it translates over to Switch really well. Like, I think it's a perfect couch game. Yeah.
Guess what I beat today, Tubes?
Zelda.
Yep.
How hard was the ending boss?
So I was telling Nick, it felt like a little bit shorter fight than they wanted because they clearly want you to like parry him and then attack. I could not get the timing, so I was like, I'm just gonna lose hearts and just like bullied him up close. But it was a cool fight. I like the different stages of it.
Is it like Breath of the Wild where you have to redo the other bosses leading in or whatever?
No, they do something slightly different, but I think they learned people weren't necessarily
hyped with that.
What the fuck, I have to do this again? Yeah, like they do something else, which was cool. Yeah.
Well, congrats, Jer.
So
yeah,
do you know? I was gonna say, how many hours? Like, what do you think it took you so far?
I didn't check. I should go grab that real quick. So I tried to do a like, let me just like open the game and play after. There's nothing after. It just like goes to your last save point before you beat it, and there's just like a little star signifying you beat it. So it's like I'm not gonna like go back and do all the shrines now because I'd have to like beat Ganon again and.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's weird. There's no. Like,
it doesn't shoot you back out at the end of the game to a place where you could at least save. It just rolls credits.
Yeah, cutscene credits, and then when you try to go back to a game, it's just where your last save right before your fight. And then if you go to like, new game, it's like, do you want to overwrite your old game? And it's like,
oh my god.
So yeah, there's no. So it's like, yeah, I'm probably done. I'm probably not going to go back and get all the shrines and stuff. That it's just kind of like, this is. It was cool. It was definitely great. Let me go grab it to see the hours real quick.
I mean, yeah, Jerry, walk away. But for a game like that seems so dumb. They should at least shoot you outside of the castle, or wherever it may be. I don't know where in Tears. I don't know where in Tears of the Kingdom you fight, but you would think they would place you outside of it and say, "Hey."
I feel like. And that's like what most open world games do. Like that is weird that they.
But let me ask you, Jer. Hold on, Jer. Hold on, Jer. I got a question for you, and you probably won't know. Did you go back and see if you have to fight Gandalf again, or maybe he's gone? Maybe the kingdom's empty or whatever.
I didn't. I kind of just looked it up, and they're like, yeah, no. So yeah, I should pop back in and see
Okay.
if he's still there. But it didn't seem like it because it definitely was the last place right before I saved.
That's so lame.
160 hours.
Wow, 160 hours.
That's double what I've put into Breath of the Wild so far.
See, I was
And
gonna
this
say, I
game
feel
came
like
out
I
when? This
did
game came out in
200.
May?
Yeah, May 12th, but I probably got it on the 16th or something.
Yeah.
So 4
Well,
days lost.
so 200 hours essentially from May. That's really not too bad. Definitely grinding though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
I'm juiced for you, Jer. I'm juiced for you.
Yeah.
It also
Yeah,
bums me
congrats.
out to hear that, though, because I'm like, man, I was hoping I was going to finish Breath of the Wild before you beat Tears of the Kingdom. Because I've been playing it.
You probably could have, but I was like, so I started going around doing the shrines, and it was kind of like, what am I doing? Like, I'm clearly just like delaying finishing this. Like, I don't need.
Yeah.
I luckily had enough hearts. If I had maybe 5 less, it would have been such a more difficult fight.
Do you have to go back and get the
but I
Master
did get
Sword?
lucky.
Is it the same as Tears of the Breath of the Wild, where you have to have a certain amount of hearts to get the Master Sword?
Yeah. Or I think this one, it's actually. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay,
you.
yeah. You don't.
Ooh,
Yeah. But you do have to go get the Master Sword. Is all I need to know.
Yeah, you have to go get the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need the Master Sword. Again, I'm still trying to think of how people are like, oh, you can't just. Like, you can't open the game and then go fight the last guy immediately. And
Yeah, because
I
it's
still
not
don't know
Gandalf.
why.
I don't want to ask questions.
I still don't know what it is of like, why can't you just run and go? And maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but it's like, to me, to my knowledge and playthrough, that it's like, oh, you can, but I'm clearly wrong if the internet says otherwise.
Well, now that we're in this nerd conversation, I will now say that I will probably not be doing that, beating Breath of the Wild for a little bit, because if you're a real nerd, you will know that they're releasing Mew and Mewtwo in Scarlet and Violet with a code that only will work for 2 weeks in September. So I, being the big loser that I am, I've owned those games since Christmas. I'm going to pop them open, try to bum rush through, just so I can download Mewtwo. What is it?
Just so you know, Mewtwo, I think, is in the game now. I think is one of them out now, and one's coming later.
Well,
I'm
Nick's.
trying to look right now.
I guess I know what I'm going to be doing.
From August 8th to September 18th, Eastern players can now unlock Mew. So
Eastern.
yeah, Mew, you should. Yeah, I don't know what that means. There was a comma there. 11 a.m. Eastern. So it's already So Mew is in the game, and it's from August 8th to September 18th. So yeah, you might want to start grinding.
Yeah. Well, I think you just put in a code. I think you just have to put in a code.
And yeah, Mewtwo is a raid in September 1st. So yeah, like you're gonna have to do something for Mewtwo on September 1st, and that's only from September 1st to September 17th. So yeah, might want to start that. Might want to at least pick your starter Pokemon.
So I'm putting everything else on hold, and I'm going to be trying to grind that stuff out. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
I might be just talking.
What are you gonna play next year? You gonna play like Cyberpunk, or are you gonna play more, or Final Fantasy, or what are you thinking?
It'll probably be a PlayStation game. I tend to like do one Switch, one PlayStation.
Do
kinda back and
Cyberpunk,
forth.
dude.
Yeah. So that.
When is that DLC coming?
They took away the release date, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be one of the games Nick sent me. Or again, it's like I've started Batman, started Red Dead 2, and I've started Ghosts of Tsushima.
Oh,
So
Ghost
it's
of
like,
Tsushima.
I should
yeah,
finish one of
Ghost of Tsushima is so
those.
good.
I don't
That's
know.
so good, yeah.
I feel that.
I didn't play it, but I just know. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. But those are all really long games.
Same with Cyberpunk.
I'd like to play something maybe a little shorter. That's all. The other thing I like to do is like, if I do a long game, let me do like a short one.
Yeah.
Place.
I
So
mean,
I don't know. I got to.
You could always do that. What's that Metroid game called? The GameCube one?
Prime.
Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could always do Prime.
I mean, Prime's cool.
Whole different vibe. Yeah.
And it's only it's 13
I know Nick-
hours.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
I know Nick for a while there. You were heavy into the Alien Firestarter
Oh,
game.
yeah.
That it's like, oh, could go through that story. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
again, it's a quick little romp through the Xenoverse. Like it's I really like that. If you do that, I'll hop on there.
I'd hop on, but
Yeah.
I can't get it for what you guys are on the same system.
Oh no, it's crossplay now.
Oh, real?
Yeah, I'm almost positive
yeah,
they
they
like
did.
like in the last I think
when
like
they did
this
that
year they
second
added it.
DLC.
Oh, okay.
I think it was when they
Yeah.
did that most recent DLC that they added that as well.
That'd be fun to
finally.
play. I will say though,
yeah,
Jerry.
if you get that, we should do that.
Yeah, I would be down. I will say though, dude, they fixed all the bugs from my understanding. I think it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. As lame as that sounds, and I'm not big on first person. I like third person games. But that's the one issue with even playing Metroid Prime. It's a first
Yeah.
person, and it's because of that. I always feel a little clunky just playing first person. But man,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, the storyline is the cutscenes, and I don't normally like cutscenes. I was a skip cutscene kid growing up.
Yeah.
But now, dude, that Cyberpunk story, I mean, because it's Keanu Reeves and like he's good. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
You know, in this video game, it's one of my favorite games, and it's dark. It's real messed up, dude.
It's
cool.
funny, like it's sweet at times. Like it's like everything. Like Cyberpunk
And
has
there's
got
different
a little something
outcomes.
for everybody.
You know, me and Nick have different stories that we lived through. Like I did different stuff than Nick D.
I think I'm gonna play through as a dude this time and play the DLC with the dude. I thought the gal was amazing, but it's like, I almost want to play it again from the man's perspective and see what that's like.
You get to pick your dong size. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Come on, dude. What game has that?
My iPad. So I gotta
Well, we're gonna wrap
yeah,
up anyways, but you go ahead, Jerry.
I feel if I were to do that, I would do what I like. Normally, I like to storyline and then like side mission, storyline, and do it very slowly. Where it's like, oh, maybe with Cyberpunk, I'll just focus on the main storyline and then kind of do side missions after, just to kind of get that story, have played it, but not spend 160 hours.
Yeah,
I think that because this isn't a spoiler, but there is a point in the mission where you know that it's like it tells you like the game is about to end. I almost think hit that wall with the story and then just go back and do all the side missions. And then as soon
that's
as
kind of what I did.
Like mainline.
I didn't finish it though.
Then, which again you got a month. and a half
I gotta finish it. Yeah,
for the DLC.
I got so many stupid video games. Yeah.
So many games, so many goddamn games.
So many long games. That's the issue. So many long games. Dude, Austin completed everything in Cyberpunk. He told me he hundoed it, which is crazy because he's not a big video game dude. He played it on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
I heard, and I heard he really. I remember him saying he really liked it.
He loved it.
Yeah.
I think it's just like his favorite game, but I think he'll hop back on when the DLC comes out. Yeah, the soundtrack's phenomenal, dude. The sound effects, everything. Look, I hit some game-breaking bugs. I think I sent Nick D when I was first playing. I was sending Nick D, like I was taking photos of my TV, and my body would be like stuck in the ground and all that. Like I get it. I get what everyone's problems were, but dude, it's still, man, like it's Grand Theft Auto, but Cyberpunk. It's awesome.
Yeah. You guys, everyone who has played it has only said good things about it. So it's like, I should burn through that before the DLC to get it back to Nick.
And
I'll download the. You can just have that one. I'll download the
digital version.
Don't spend time. This is my one thing I'll say. I mean, we can talk about this later and stuff, but don't spend time on creating like there's a lot of like dumb stuff that's
the crafting
and all that, like
in a second.
That's
cool
what that's where I wasted my time. That's what looking back on it now, I probably would have finished that game days ago if I didn't do the dumb crafting or this or that. Like I got caught up with stupid shit that I shouldn't have, that like turned me off the game, and then other stuff came out, whatever happened. and I moved on.
Yeah.
But
like,
I do want to go
like
back.
I could find or buy anything instead of having to build it or whatever.
Because
Bro-
even when you're looking, like I have that Cyberpunk guide,
I
and
have
it
it here.
shows you everything you can make, and it's like you look at, it's like, oh, these are the stats for like the best gun you can make, and you're like, the gun I have now is. Why would I go track down all these materials?
And it's not
It's
Zelda, Jer.
Yeah, like
Nothing
it's
breaks.
just yeah. It's
So,
like
you
you know,
don't
you,
even
you
need
at
to.
some point there'll be some boss you fight that you'll like his gun, and you're like, that's the gun I'm gonna use. Like, just cool people, or some people just have cool shit.
Dude, I got a
Yeah.
badass sniper, and like I just like I go into certain situations and I'll just post up and just wipe before
Yeah, like across.
before I even move in. It's whatever. Well, let's wrap up the show. I'm sure everyone's tuning out. They're like, these nerds are now talking about video games. We don't care. These three idiots. We don't play this.
They should.
Yeah, play some Cyber.
Yeah,
Play
Addy.
some Zelda. Play some Metroid.
I told Addy, dude, pick up a Switch. You can borrow any of my games anytime, dude. Swoop a Switch.
My games, Eddie. I've
Play Zelda. Mario Odyssey, which I borrowed from Jer. But Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread was the best game I've ever played. I mean, I know no one wants to play Pokemon. That's a 2B thing, but I'll say this too real quick. Pokemon is fun because like it's just so basic, and I don't get upset. It's so easy. It's a walkthrough.
Yeah, like I think collecting stuff is fun, and so it's like I have always liked Pokemon just because it like scratches that itch. It's like, oh, like you start the game, like I want all of these Pokemon, and then by the time you finish the story, you're like, I don't care, I don't need them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just like getting as many as I can before the last fight. Like I just like that.
The only thing was Sword. I did go back and collect the mystery Pokemon.
Yeah.
We have to go back through the main town. Spoilers. And then you can go get Sword or Shield, whichever one you're playing. I did do that, but after that, I was like, I don't care. I'm not getting all 150.
Yeah.
I don't care. But those games are just like, they're like relaxing. I never get frustrated. Like Zelda, I'll get frustrated.
They're the equivalent of the background movies. It's a background. It's a game you can just play, but you're really just focusing on the thing you're watching. You're burning through Harley Quinn or something.
And I press at some point. I wouldn't skip the storylines, but like the random talking, whatever. I just mash A. Yeah, mash A, whatever. Anyways, Stu's calling us crazy nerds, but we'll wrap it up here. If you made it this far on the show, we appreciate it.
We're almost done.
It was a fantastic show. It was great talking Turtles. It was great talking Spider-Verse. Some great videos of the week. What fantastic.
Yeah. 66, 2/3 of Mark Beast in the books.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications.
Ed used to do BK.
Paige.
Anyone I forgot.
Paige was
Paige,
here.
thank you so much.
Yeah, she already left. She already had a, well, it's a little late for the baby, but I'm sure she was trying to catch some Z's. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Maybe we will. You know what? We're gonna do the Nickelodeon tier list next week. Let's just say that right now.
Yeah, and what did I say I was gonna watch? You guys, the Nickelodeon thing. I want to watch that. The orange.
I will too.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
Let's say that right here. We're gonna do a different show next week. So next week, if you are watching Sadu, for instance, everybody watch the Nickelodeon documentary next week, and maybe check YouTube for your favorite Nickelodeon shows. Get refreshed. We're gonna do the Nickelodeon tier list next week. That's gonna be the majority of our show. So we'll do that next week. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, boys and girls.